Hey everyone, it's Jen with Timeline Tarot. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you're well. These are your angel messages for the first 2 weeks of February 2026. You heard that right. It's not a weekly read. It is a bi-monthly read. Just for now, don't panic. I'll resume doing these weekly in the near future. But right now I need to get caught up on some readings. So I've centered the focus of my intention for the first 2 weeks of February. I will begin with Aries, work my way around the zodiac wheel here, ending at Pisces. Timestamps, as always, will be in the description box. I set the intention of this reading to be for your sun, moon, rising, as well as your Venus placements. You're welcome to look at any or all of them. And if you don't know what those placements are, in the description box is information on how you can obtain your free birth chart. Also in that description box is information on how you can become a member of my Time Travelers program. With all of that said now, let's begin. Hello, Aries. I hope that you are well. Let's take a look now at your angel messages for the first 2 weeks of February 2026. Your angel number is 555, major change. Get your mindset right for what's to come. Your angels are alerting you to new energy coming your way. Change can be seen as a negative thing, but with the right mindset and the right alignment to your goals, it's actually your angel's way of readjusting your life to fit your desires. Life will look different when you get what you want. Take a shower or bath using water to purify your mind and body and promote your mental alignment with the great things that are on their way to you. Message from Archangel Michael. Yes, you are correct. Card number 38. You have listened to your inner guidance and made a wise choice. Keep moving forward. And your Moonology card here is emotions are running high, supermoon. So this actually came out in the member reading for the Aries Collective. And again, if you're not a member, in the description box is information on how you can become one. But there was something here about a major change. An opportunity was basically being put before the Aries Collective by source. Now, for some of you, it's an opportunity that someone is literally giving you. For others of you, it's an opportunity for you to create something here in your life. And would it result in major change in your life? It would, but it actually is the change that you're seeking. And I feel like for those of you where you are going through something like this, where you have an opportunity on the table and you're not sure whether or not you want to move towards it, whatever decision you make at the time, I think sources try and tell you you are correct. I do think eventually the Aries Collective is moving towards the major change, but you do have the divine gift of free will to decide when you're going to move. And there could be some emotions here involved with this, because I'm pretty sure if I remember that reading correctly, moving towards the new meant leaving behind something in the past, whether it's a situation, environment, connection, could even be a mindset. So I kind of feel like this message is right along with that one that we had for the full moon in Leo reading for Aries. But let's see where we go with this message today. I'm going to take a look at that, but I'm going to put it back. The Knight of Pentacles, which is Virgo energy, and it does talk about creating a structure and a plan in order to be able to move forward. So tell me more about this major change here for the Aries Collective for the first 2 weeks of February. Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. We'll get one more shuffle. Thank you. Okay, we have the 10 of Cups, we have the 3 of Swords, and we have the 9 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups. There's your opportunity. It either is being extended to you or it's one that you can create. Either way, it is an opportunity being given to you by source. This is kind of like the hand of God, if you will, or the hand of the universe, extending this offer to you. Will it make you very happy? Yes. Is it aligned to what true fulfillment feels like for you or would feel like for you? Absolutely. 10 of Cups energy. But that 3 of Swords tells me this will require you to leave behind something or someone. 9 of Pentacles, you would have to become free, single, and independent. Now, this could be something as basic as I want to get into better health, and it means I have to cut out sweets. Okay. Would it give you the desired health result that you want? Sure, absolutely. It would improve your health, but it would require you to become single, free, and independent of those sweets. And for some of you, that could be quite difficult. Maybe that is something that you relatively enjoy. For others of you, this could be just changing your career path, your living environment, or possibly even leaving a connection. Either way, the opportunity is here for you. And if you're feeling very emotional at this time, whether that is coming through bouts of rage or anger, or maybe even just sadness or depression, I think it's because this is weighing very heavily on the Aries Collective. So what is this 10 of Cups here for Aries? And I think in the reading, and if it wasn't that reading, it was another reading, but I said the advice that came through was don't look at this as an ending. Look at this as a beginning, right? Don't look at it as, oh my God, I'm never going to eat sweets again. Look at it as I'm going to decrease, right? Maybe the volume of sweets that I'm eating. But instead of looking at it as an ending to sweets, look at it as, wow, I'm going to really be improving my health. Don't look at it as, oh my God, I'm leaving this job or this industry that I've been in for 10, 20, 30 years. Look at it as, I get to learn something entirely new. I get to develop a new skill, or maybe go back to a skill that I used to have that I put on the shelf, and now I'm going to relearn it in order to, move my life forward in terms of, my career and finance. Don't look at it as I'm ending this connection, because look at it as I'm gaining freedom. And in that freedom comes the happiness that I want. Whatever it is you're leaving behind, as sad as it is for you to leave behind, it's not emotionally fulfilling. Because if it was emotionally fulfilling for you, you wouldn't even be considering the Ace of Cups that the universe has presented to you. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The 10 of Cups, my dear. We have the Moon. We have the Knight of Wands. And we have the 6 of Cups. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So for quite some time in the Aries collective, deep within you, right, in that Moon card, it's kind of hidden. You very much would like to take the inspired action towards whatever this opportunity is. It fires you up. It excites you. And it could be a person in the 6 of Cups. It could be a soulmate, but it doesn't have to be. Either way, it's a deeply held dream of yours. But you have suppressed this. I don't think a lot of the world knows about it because it's sort of hidden in the Moon energy. And there's that 2 of Swords, but I don't know if I truly want to move on from it or move towards it, because moving towards it means I have to move on from something else. So with that 10 of Wands, yes, it's emotionally, maybe even financially burdensome for you. But the hope is still alive there in the Aries collective for whatever or whomever that is. Tell me about the 3 of Swords. I feel like this is more like the energy of I would have to give this up or move away or leave this behind. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the Chariot, the 2 of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Cups, 4 of Pentacles, and 8 of Pentacles. Again, here's that opportunity. So this seems to be a situation, environment, connection, like I said, maybe even a habit or pattern that you have invested in to some degree, financially, emotionally. But at the end of the day, it is the 4 of Pentacles. It is a comfort zone. It's a comfort to pick up that bag of sweets, but it's not necessarily good for you. It's a relationship that is comfortable, but it's not necessarily emotionally pleasing, because again, if it was, this other option or opportunity wouldn't be so desirable to you. Same thing if this is work related. So because of this emotional, I heard implication, and I don't think it would be just emotional for you. It could be emotional for the other entity as well. I mean, obviously, if you're leaving sweets behind, and I just keep using that as an example, sweets aren't going to feel terrible that you're no longer engaging with it or consuming it. But for those of you where this is another person, a friend, a family member, a lover, a boss, colleague, something like that, the community that you've lived in, because again, I don't know what it is that you're contemplating leaving behind, but this could be shared sorrow as well. Like it would hurt you to move on from it in some way because you have 8 of Pentacles, devoted so much of yourself to it. And it could also be that that other entity would feel the 3 of Swords as well. And so I think you're blocking yourself from moving forward. The Chariot here seems to be blocked by your indecision because you want to acquire more information in that Knight of Swords. And I like that. So this is not a completely dead issue for you. It's not off the table. It's living within you, deep inside. It's something that you don't tell the whole world about, but you are curious to learn more about it or how you can navigate away from A and move towards B. So you're still open to the idea. And this is falling right under, yes, you are correct. You've listened to your inner guidance. So maybe I've tapped into a group of you where eventually you're going to move towards whatever or whomever this is. But yes, you're correct by saying, but I need to find out a little bit more information on how I can do that in a way that's not so reckless or not so disruptive. 9 of Pentacles. Tell me more about this 9 of Pentacles here for the Aries collective. Clarify that 9 of Pentacles here for Aries. So this is the energy of someone who would be becoming single, free, independent from whatever it is here that they're desiring to leave behind. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The 9 of Pentacles is clarified by the Devil, the Ace of Swords, and the 8 of Pentacles. And again, we go back to, and then there's the 8 of Cups. So this is the walking away. So there's something here in that Devil card of fears, doubts, anxieties kind of clouding your vision about whether or not you want to walk away from something or someone, or again, some pattern or trait that you've been exhibiting or entertaining or engaging in for quite some time, and that Eight of Pentacles energy. And it looks like right now you're trying to obtain clarity about whether or not you should do that, and if you're going to do that, when you should do that. So bravo to you if that's where you are or where you will be over the course of the next 2 weeks, because remember, these are predictive in nature. So yes, you are correct by doing that. You're correct by saying this is stable and it's a comfort zone, but it's not all that comfortable. I desire to move towards this. It's been a long held dream or belief of mine that this would make me happy or would best align to my emotional contentment. However, I don't want to be reckless in the move. And therefore, I'm going to calm myself down. We have no cups here. I'm going to calm myself down, dial it back a bit. And instead, I'm going to try to obtain some clarity and maybe even some knowledge on how I can best transition from A to B. So if that's your message or will be your message over the course of the next 2 weeks, then bravo to you. You are right on path. You are listening to yourself. You're making a wise choice, and you're going to keep moving forward, but you will be doing it in a more pentacle way, in a more practical way, until whatever or whomever this is that you are moving on from. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. 3 cards of advice here for the Aries collective. So in the meantime, you know, your advice there was like, take a shower or bath. And I think it's just because water is a great source for purification. I've been finding myself lately taking a lot more baths because of the soothing element of water. And that might be something here that just helps you relax enough and calm the mind down enough so that you can think clearly. And I just heard rationally, so you can think rationally. One more shuffle here, please. Thank you. So your advice for the next 2 weeks. 2 of Swords, that decision here that you need to make. Ace of Wands, about this brand new, passionate, creative endeavor, relationship, or beginning that you want in your life. 7 of Swords, strategize. And I think that's what you're going to be doing. Bottom of the deck, 2 of Wands. And it looks like the Aries collective, and again, hidden in that moon. I don't think you're telling the whole world about it, but it looks like at least this is your advice over the course of the next 2 weeks when it comes to this decision about having this new beginning in your life. It appears your advice here is to create a path forward for yourself, to strategize, to really think about it, right? Swords are not just communication and respect to the words we say to others, but also the words that we say internally in respect to our thoughts about your 2 of Wands moving forward. And again, we have the High Priestess card. So 1, you will be going within and tapping your intuition. 2, you will not be announcing this to the entire world. And 4 of Swords, you're going to think about how your tower, you will be radically changing your life here. That 5 of Pentacles, like I said, leaving something or someone behind, or maybe even a thought process or pattern. But yeah, your advice is to spend some quiet time over the course of the next 2 weeks and create a strategy or plan on how you can move your life forward. That is what I have for you at this time, Aries. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. Don't forget to check out the description box to find out how you can become a member of my Time Travelers program. I do release 48 exclusive videos every month to my members. So if you are one of them, thank you very much for supporting me. But if you're interested in becoming one, there's more information in the description box. And remember, you can always, they're monthly subscriptions, so you can just sign up for 1 month, see if you like it. If you don't, you're welcome to cancel. But if you want to stay on board, you're welcome to do that as well. Thank you very much, Aries. Until I read for you again, my dear, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Taurus, my bull gang. I hope that you are doing well. Let's take a look now at your angel messages for the first 2 weeks of February 2026. Your angel number 123, stepping stones. You are on your way. You are on a distinct path and are well on your way to your goals. Pay attention to the details, as each choice you make presents a small part of the bigger picture. The little things matter. Take a moment right now to close your eyes and visualize a path in front of you leading you to your heart's desire. Similar to the Aries reading, this message also seems to be very much in alignment with the full moon and Leo reading that I did for members of the Time Travelers program. And it did appear here that the Taurus collective was ready to bust out and expand and have some fun and move towards a more adventurous life than perhaps they have been living. So if that's your message, it looks like this is your message as well. A message from Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is with you now. Card number 3. It's literally my favorite card in the deck. So I'm going to ring the bell for you. I always ring that bell when this card comes up. I know it's silly, but it's just something that I do. Even though you can't see it, I'm actively working on this situation, and I am here helping you. So definitely pray to Archangel Michael this week as you appear to be creating a path forward here in your life. And your Moonology card here for the week, a personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. Well, we actually had a full moon in Cancer in January, and that may have been the moment where you decided it's time for me to move forward in my life, or at least create some type of strategy or plan in order to do that. So yeah, you are on your way. Tell me more about the Taurus collective here being on their way. What do they need to know? Any advice for the next 2 weeks? And I think in the reading, I said the feeling was like, I just got to get out of Dodge. Like I got to change this job or change my living situation or get out of this relationship or maybe even enter a relationship. But there was something here about the Taurus collective wanting to step out of a comfort zone, which is very unlike Taurus. So I think I said in that reading, I'm really looking forward to doing your readings as we get closer to the end of the year, as well as 2027, because I think your life will be drastically different and a hell of a lot happier than where you've been. One more shuffle here. Thank you. What do we have for you, Taurus? We have the Ten of Pentacles. There's your stepping stone. You have the Moon. I think you're keeping it to yourself at this time. And the Hangman. Yeah, a little bit of pause, some self-reflection here. 8 of Cups, about moving on from a situation, environment, or connection that no longer pleases you. And when we leave the 8 of Cups behind, we move towards the 9th cup. And there you are there with the 9th cup. And then we have the 3 of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. So the Taurus collective is well on their way, albeit slowly, in Pentacle energy, which is the slowest out of the 4 in Tarot, but that's quite all right. That's your nature, Taurus. It looks like you will be, and I get the feeling here, like dotting the I's and crossing the T's and making your way forward towards emotional as well as possibly even financial abundance here. I think at this time you're keeping it to yourself. In that Moon energy, but something changed here for the collective in January with that full moon in Cancer. I think you did a reevaluation about something or someone here in your life, and you decided that it was time to take action on your own behalf. Tell me more about the 10 of Pentacles. Tell me more about these 10 Pentacles here for the Taurus collective. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the 7 of Pentacles. We have the 5 of Swords. And we have the King of Swords. So the feeling that I get here, bottom of that Queen of Cups, for quite some time, you have had a lot of mental restlessness, maybe even some anxiety about doing this, about leaving this job, leaving this neighborhood, leaving this partnership, or like I said, maybe even entering a partnership for those of you who are single. But it's been for quite some time, right? That 7 of Pentacles to the 5 of Swords. It's almost like for some of you, maybe even had some issues with your sleep lately. But the feeling is, I don't know what to do about this. It's no longer growing. I want the 10 of Pentacles. I want the job that pays me what I'm worth. I want the relationship that invests in me and has long-term growth and long-term potential. So again, whatever it is here for you, I think you've been wrestling with this mentally for quite some time. And then it appears like you had a breakthrough moment. And it sort of meant retracting a little bit from the world. So maybe in the month of January, you found yourself maybe not going out as much, maybe not talking to a lot of people, a little bit of hermit energy there, sort of keeping to yourself and trying to process all of these different thoughts and maybe even feelings that you were experiencing, that the situation, environment, or connection in your life that's no longer working for you, the feeling was, how much more do I have to invest in this, right? 7 of Pentacles, is the juice worth the squeeze? And then I think you had that moment of clarity. So do I think you're completely out of whatever this is? No, but you are a stepping stone closer to moving on from it and a stepping stone closer to where you want to be. Love this for you. The Moon, though. One, I think it could be an emotional, something emotional here that you're dealing with in regards to this decision, or like I said, this epiphany that you've had. But I also think in the Moon, you're keeping it to yourself. So sort of like Aries, I don't think you're announcing to the world that you're contemplating doing this. Tell me more about the Moon energy here. You could also find yourself praying a lot to God, whatever deity you believe in, Jesus, Muhammad, etc., maybe your ancestors here, your spirit guides. I also get that feeling with that Moon energy as well. So maybe late at night, you find yourself maybe even talking to family members who've passed on, you know, just like, Mom, help me with this, or Dad, help me with this. Could be something like that for someone watching. One more shuffle. I think I just heard Grandma. So we have the King of Pentacles. That's you, whether you're masculine or feminine. We have the Page of Wands. And we have the Tower. Yeah, this is, you're keeping this all of this to yourself. If I were to move in a particular direction, it would change my life radically, right? If I was an accountant for 30 years and I suddenly decide to become a sous chef, it's going to change my life radically. I'm going to make different money. I'll be in a completely different industry. There'll be new skills I have to learn, a whole entirely new business model, new people, right? It would change your life. If I were to relocate, it would change my life. It would change my community, my neighbors, maybe the type of community involvement that I'll be involved with in the future, the people that I'm leaving behind. And same thing if this is entering a relationship or even exiting one. It would change the connections that are intertwined or interlaced with that connection. So I definitely have a group of you here where you've been contemplating for quite some time. How do I do this? How do I get out of this job, this relationship, or like I said, even enter a relationship for those of you who are single? How do I do that because I know that the moment I take another step towards it, it will change my life. So we have the Strength card, we have the Knight of Wands, and we have the Chariot. Look at you holding yourself back. So sometimes that Strength card could, it's Leo energy, and sometimes it could talk about I'm holding myself back from taking the next step, right? Giving notice to work, putting my house up for sale, leaving the community group that I volunteer with, coming out of the closet, you know, falling in love, getting a divorce, whatever it is. You've been holding yourself back from moving in this particular direction. But your message here this week and for the next 2 weeks of February is Archangel Michael is with you. So if you need to pray for some strength or guidance on this, please do that. And then afterwards, I would pay attention to my dreams and any random thoughts you get. We, in the spiritual community, call them downloads. I don't particularly like that word, but that's what it is. When you're washing dishes or you're sitting at a stoplight or a red light or something, you might get this, oh, that's what I can do, or that's what I should do, or that's how I can approach this subject, or that's the company that I can go apply to. So once you start praying and connecting, I would then pay attention to my thoughts and even my dreams. The Hanged Man, you saw something from in a new light. I just saw the Seven of Cups. So whatever confusion or doubt you had, remember, we have you here in King of Swords energy. So I think you saw it clearly. My life won't change until I do blank. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Hangman is clarified by the Six of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and the Four of Wands. That's exactly what it is. Bottom of the deck, the World card. My life won't change if I continue to stay in this, but if I move on from it, my life will most certainly change. And I think the aha epiphany moment you had is, I do need to leave this behind. Now, for some of you with that Four of Wands, it could be a relationship. That Six of Cups to the Four of Wands could be leaving behind a family, a community, something or someone that you've known for a long time. It could also be just a habit or trait within you that you have experienced for quite some time. But this is screaming of seeing things from another perspective. Nothing changes if I don't change. And so I need to radically move on from whatever this is. But you are a Taurus after all. So we have the World card, we have the Eight of Wands, we have the Hermit, and we have the Ten of Wands. This won't be an easy close. This won't be an easy transition, meaning you can't just immediately quit your job tomorrow and suddenly be in the new beginning. You can't just put your house up for sale and not know where you're going to live next. You can't file the divorce papers and not contemplate, well, what happens afterwards? What happens to the marital assets? You can't suddenly say, I'm going to get on a dating app and try to meet the one, but not have any idea of what the one should look like or what are the top 5 qualities of the type of person I want to attract. So again, whatever this decision is for you, it's not that the close won't be easy. It's that you're going to be very meticulous and very methodical and do a lot of inner guidance about this. I think you want to make this as easy for yourself and if there are other people involved as possible. Yeah, with that Four of Cups, I feel like this is an outright rejection of whatever or whomever this is. So you are on your way if this is your message, because at the very least, you came to the realization in January that nothing changes if nothing changes, and therefore I need to be the agent of change in my life. Right? I need to create the change that I want to see in my life. And at the bottom of the deck, I just did a shuffle without even thinking about it. We have the Death card. So nothing changes, transformation, until I change it. So there does appear here to be something that I don't even think you're contemplating it bringing to an end. I think you have decided you will be bringing it to an end. I think that personal issue has reached resolution. You know that something here needs to change, and you know that you need to be the agent to change it. Let's get you some advice now. And remember, these are predictive in nature. So it's possible for some of you, you already had this entire thought process and realization in January. And this is just telling you that in the next 2 weeks, you'll start beginning to work on creating that tower moment. This is going to be there's not a tower moment coming from an external party or source trying to shake you up. This would be you. You're trying to discover a way on how to radically, and I hate using the word radically, but it is. I mean, you're, maybe leaving a job for another, or industry for another, or a partner for another, or like I said, going from being partner to single to partner, coming out of the closet. It could be a number of things. Whatever it is for you, it will change your life, but staying stuck is no longer an option here. So for some of you, you had that in the last full moon in Cancer. I think it was on the 18th of the month, but no, actually the full moon in Cancer was earlier in the month. It may have been the 2nd or something like that. I think we had that new moon in Capricorn on January 18th, if I remember correctly. I don't have my notes in front of me. For others of you, this is predictive in nature, these readings. And so this is just the realization that you'll be having over the course of the next 2 weeks. So let's get you 3 cards of advice here, Taurus. For the first 2 weeks of February 2026, some advice for my Tauruses who are on their way to a new path, a new life, new living situation, whatever it is for them specifically. Any advice? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Your advice, Taurus. 2 of Swords. Interesting. This was the first card that came out for Aries. This decision that you need to make. Magician. Manifesting. Six of Wands. So over the course of the next 2 weeks, start manifesting. Start manifesting. I think you already made your decision. That's the Two of Swords is the moon in Libra. And again, we have that moon card here for you. I think you've already made your decision. I think you've kept it to yourself. I don't think you're telling anyone really about it, but your advice here for the next 2 weeks is to manifest, meaning have those conversations with Archangel, have those conversations with Source or deity or loved ones who have passed on, and ask them for help on how you can have success with moving on from whomever or whatever this is. And again, I would pay attention to the dreams, the downloads, the random thoughts or ideas that you have. Maybe you want to keep a journal. You don't have to act on it, on anything, but I would start taking notes, particularly surrounding your dreams. And then that's something that you can reflect back on in that Seven of Pentacles on how you will be implementing them. Because I think you're, you know, when we're having that communication with Source and we're asking them for help, help doesn't arrive in that instant. And it could come upon you, like I said, an hour later or 10 hours later. You're in a vehicle or you're in the shower and you have this random thought and you're like, oh, that's the job I should apply to, or this is how I can approach this subject. And again, I would pay attention to those thoughts, in particular your dreams. Maybe you want to keep a dream journal or keep your phone on your nightstand. So if you do happen to wake up in the middle of the night from the dream, you can just simply record what it is that you recall in that moment. Oftentimes we have those dreams and by the time we wake up in the morning, we don't remember them. So a dream journal, or maybe even like recording them, that's something that I do. Maybe that'll help you for the next 2 weeks. So that is what I have for you, Taurus. My Taurus collective is a step closer to the life that they want. The 10 of Pentacles there, emotional as well as financial abundance. So congratulations to you. So please use the next 2 weeks to manifest how you can move forward in a manner that is best for you towards your best life. That is what I have for you, Taurus. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you can. Don't forget to check out the description box to find out how you can be a time traveler. I release 48 exclusive videos every month for the members, so that might be something you're interested in. Remember, you can always sign up for 1 month. It's a monthly renewal subscription, so you could try it out for a month. If you like it, great. You can stay on board. If not, you can just absorb the information that came through and then move on your merry way, whichever you decide to do. But definitely check it out, especially for this group of Tauruses, because the messages coming through in the member videos really seem to be hitting home. And clearly the collective needs to hear them as well. So that is what I have for you, Taurus. Again, if you can join us, fantastic. If you can't, I completely understand. Either way, I wish you the very best. And until I read for you again, I'm sending you light, love, and peace. Hello, Gemini, twin gang. How are you doing? Let's take a look now at our angel messages for the first 2 weeks of February 2026. You have 833, the long game. This is a journey. No crap. Your angels are encouraging you to have faith in divine timing. The new, balanced habits you formed are not temporary. They are meant to be implemented for the rest of your journey on this earth. Reflect now on how your mindset can shift to better accommodate your new routines. Let go of any timeline you may have that is not attached to better habits you've gained recently. Things will play out as they should. So there's something here, Gemini, you need to play the long game on. Okay, message from Archangel Michael. Stay the course. Stay the course on this long game. Card number 29. Don't panic. You're not on the wrong path. You're just having a bumpy start. Learn from your experiences and keep going. That's all we have been doing, Gemini. We just keep going. Moonology card here. Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. I like this. Sagittarius is our opposite sign. So there is something here about keeping the faith here. You're not on the wrong path. You're not doing anything wrong. You're learning from your mistakes. You're reflecting on how far you've come in your life. And I think I had said you're ready for the new in that member reading that I did the other day, the full moon in Leo. I said the Gemini collective is ready. They're ready for the new. Whatever that is to you is different for all of you. So tell me more about this here for the next 2 weeks for the Gemini collective. Tell me more about this. Yeah, you're playing the long game now towards your happiness, whether it's career and finance, love and romance, or some other aspect or part of your life. And if you're not doing that, you should be doing that. Let's get you one more shuffle here. Thank you. What do we have, Gemini? The World card. Damn it, I love when the messages are right on point. The Death card. Look at that. And the Empress. Oh my God. Who are you? Who are you? Bottom of the deck, the Ten of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, Temperance, and the Hierophant. Look at you. Stronger, steadier, more balanced, more fixed, right? World card. We have typically show the 4 fixed signs in the corners. You're now fixed. or you will be over the course of the next 2 weeks in a particular direction. You are transforming your life. You're staying the course. Transformation is never easy, but you are dedicated to living your most abundant life, however you define it or describe it. And you know that it won't be overnight. Death never is, right? Transformation of any kind takes time, but you've learned some very valuable lessons in this last chapter of your life, Gemini. And I had said in that reading, you are ready for the new. And I do believe you are. World card. Tell me more about the World card. 9 of Pentacles. Oh my God. You learned how to be single, free, and independent. Whether you're partnered or coupled is irrelevant. You learn to be single, free, and independent within yourself. Relying on yourself more. Trusting yourself more. Working hard. Enjoying the fruits of your labor. Tell me more about the World card. Tell me more about these lessons here for Gemini. Tell me more about these lessons here for Gemini. One more shuffle. Thank you. And now it's almost like a balancing act. In the World card, the individual is on one leg, on one foot. So now it's almost like a balancing act. The World card. King of Pentacles. The Magician. Look at you. Fierce. 2 of Pentacles. It's a balancing act, right? 2 of Pentacles. As you work on the new. Manifesting the new. So, what did you learn? You learned that manifestations don't immediately happen. You actually have to work for them. You have to invest in them. You can't just hope and pray for a job. You literally have to apply yourself to obtaining a job. You can't just hope and pray that your business is successful. You got to show up every day and invest in it and make sure it's successful. You know that in order to attract a long-term partner, as the King or Queen of Pentacles would be, that you yourself have to become the King or Queen of Pentacles. So whatever it is for you, it's different for all of you. You know, if you want to have a healthier body, or, you know, feel better or have better health, you need to take better care of yourself. Whatever those lessons were, and it could be one, it could be many, whatever you learned in your next chapter, you now know how to actively manifest. I'm not just hoping and wishing, I'm co-creating with the divine. I am investing my pentacle resources in a very delicate and balanced way towards making my wish or dreams come true. And I don't need anyone to make them come true. I'm fully capable of doing it on my own. Page of Pentacles. That is what you learned. Staying the course. Transformation is never easy, but it looks like this is something you're determined to do. 3 major arcana cards in your energy for the next 2 weeks. Hot damn. Tell me more about the Death card here for the Gemini collective. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Death card, clarified by the Lovers. This is a choice that you're making. Page of Cups. And the King of Cups. Look at you. Bottom of deck, Knight of Wands. You are eager to move in this new direction, to open up your heart in this new direction. You're not doing it because you're erratic. You're not doing it because you're panicking. You're not doing it. We have no swords. You're not doing it because you're up in your head. And this is, you know, fight or flight mode that you're in, or fawn mode, as some of us fall into. This is, I am open to a new experience, a new life, a new path, a new job, a new relationship. And again, you're making this decision from a very emotionally balanced place here. And I'm going to say it again. You're ready for the new. Queen of Wands to the Knight of Wands. And you're looking good too. Queen of Wands, whether you're masculine or feminine, you are looking good as well. So maybe a little glow up energy for some of you in the next 2 weeks. Tell me about this Empress energy. Luck is on your side. Whatever this new chapter here is that you are creating. I notice in the Empress card in your deck, we sort of get the Wheel of Fortune vibe here with the Wheel of the Zodiacs here all around you. So there's a feeling here of you seizing the moment. This is the moment where I can transform my life, or open up my heart in a new direction, or make a new decision for myself, or begin working on this new path or this new plan. But again, it's the long game. You're not expecting, you're saying to yourself, this won't be easy, but it'll be worth it. So what are you birthing or creating here? One more shuffle. Thank you. You have the 10 of Wands. It won't be easy, but Knight of Wands, it'll be worth it. 3 of Cups. Oh, God. And a reason for celebration. 2 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, 9 of Cups. The Gemini Collective is on a new path now, at least for the group of you I have tapped into. You're moving towards your 9 of Cups, emotional fulfillment, emotional contentment, emotional happiness. It's something that you are creating for yourself. You're not being codependent. You're not leaning on anything or anyone else. Again, whether you have 1 friend, 100 friends, a partner, no partner, this is all you, baby. This is you deciding, again, it won't be easy to lose the 40 pounds, but it's going to be worth it. It won't be easy to walk 10 miles a week or a day, but it'll be worth it. It won't be easy to walk away from this person, but it'll be worth it. It won't be easy to become vulnerable and open myself up to exploring a new love opportunity, but it'll be worth it. It won't be easy to launch my business, but it'll be worth it. It won't be easy to learn the new skill, but it'll be worth it. And you're right, because you have a cause for celebration here as a result. Let's get you 3 cards of advice here. So it's a long journey. You now have decided to be on this path. You weren't forced on this path. You decided, I've learned enough from doing this. Don't need to repeat that anymore. I'm moving in a new direction. I'm doing it in an emotionally balanced way. It's a choice you're making. So in your power here with the Lover's card. And again, the feeling is, won't be easy, but it'll be worth it. And celebrate your small wins, okay? Because there will be some small victories along the way until you hit that, whatever big dream or goal here is for yourself. So make sure in that Three of Cups, even if you're solo, make sure you celebrate the little wins there. 3 cards of advice here for the next 2 weeks. So stay on course, Gemini. Stay the course here. Keep your eye on the prize, whatever that is. Luck is with you. Source is with you. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Hierophant. Boy, did you learn some spiritual lessons. Stay rooted, stay grounded. Again, laser focus. This is Taurus energy. It's a little stubborn energy, right? This is what I want. This is what I'm going to work towards. Oh, Empress to the Empress. My Lord, stay in your power. 10 of Wands. Again, won't be easy, but it's so going to be worth it. 5 of Swords, 9 of Wands, and Justice. Tower. Anytime those doubts or fears creep into your mind, just stop it. 9 of Wands, put up a wall. I'm not thinking about that right now. This is a decision I made. This is a just, fair, right, balanced direction for my life, and I'm going to persist. Again, won't be difficult. There's a lot of responsibility. There's hard work. There's stress here involved, but there's also achievement, right? This individual is getting to where they want to be. They can't see it right now, and that's why I said celebrate the little wins or victories that you have over the course of the next 2 weeks. But your advice here, as long as you stay solid and grounded on the path that you're moving towards, you will be able to birth or create this exciting new beginning for yourself. Again, I don't think you'll see it in the next 2 weeks come to fruition, but just know that every step you're taking, you are on the right path. It is a journey. It might be a long journey. Again, it's the feeling here. It won't happen overnight, but stay on course. Luck is on your side. You will eventually get there. When the doubts and fears creep in, just tell them to buzz off. We do not have time for them in the next 2 weeks. That is what I have for you, Gemini. Really, really nice reading for the collective here. For the first 2 weeks of February 2026. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Of course, hype the video if you're able to do that. And don't forget to check out the description box to learn how you can become a time traveler. I release 48 exclusive readings for members of the Time Travelers program. So if that's something that you feel you might be interested in, please give it a shot. It is a monthly subscription, and that means you can try for 1 month, and if you like it, you can stay on board, and if you don't, you can just bail out. That's quite all right too. But some of you may be interested in that, so maybe that's something that you want to take a look at. If not, I will see you again here. But that's what I have for you, Gemini. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, like I said, click like, share, comment, subscribe, and until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Cancer. I hope that you're doing well. Let's take a look now at your angel messages for the first 2 weeks of February 2026. Angel number 111, screenshot. Pause your thinking and hit the reset button. Think of the universe as taking a screenshot of your frame of mind right now. Oh, Lord, imagine if that was possible. What would they see us thinking about? Everything that is going on, all your thoughts, feelings, goals, and dreams are going to be replicated. Get on a high vibe quickly so you can manifest your best life moving forward. Recall a positive memory that stirs an emotion such as love, peace, and our gratitude right now in full living color. So there's something here about changing your thinking. Your message here from Archangel Michael. Take control of your thoughts. Oh my God. Card number 31. Your thoughts are creating your reality. Have faith and stay focused on the outcome that you truly desire. And your Moonology card here is a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. It doesn't have to be romantic if you don't want it to be, okay? It's just a new cycle here in your life. I think in that full moon in Leo reading that I did for members, and if you're not a member, you're welcome to join us. Information's in the description box. But there was something here about some of you needing to let go of any resentment or pain or hurt. It's like that is your thought process. That is all you're thinking about. Actually is a hindrance to you moving forward. So whether it is remorse or regret or shame that you're holding on to because of something that you did or said, or maybe you're holding on to, like I said, some kind of sadness or loss or grief over something or someone who's no longer in your life, that emotional weight is creating an energetic block to where you want to be. So there's something here about taking control of your thoughts, okay, because you do have a new cycle here beginning. Tell me more about this here for the Cancer Collective. Tell me more about this here for the first 2 weeks of February. One more shuffle. Thank you. What do we have? 10 of Cups. The 8 of Swords. There you are. There's your mind. Take control of these thoughts. And then you have the 6 of Pentacles. Well, here's your new cycle beginning. Something that is equal, something that is balanced. It's almost even like a gift from the universe is trying to come in for you. but you're a little energetically blocked because of these thoughts. So clarify that 10 of Cups here. And I hate to make it sound so shiny, happy people sounding, but this is kind of like what your thoughts should be, right? Thinking about your emotional contentment, what emotional contentment will look like in the future. What is it that you desire? Happy thoughts. Again, it's really easy, especially everything going on in the world, but everything also going on in our personal lives. It's really easy to get all wound up and tied up in the Eight of Swords. And why did this happen? And why did they say this? And why did they leave? And why are they no longer in my life? Or why didn't that job work out? Or why am I not finding anyone new to date? It's very easy to get caught up in the negative. But if we can control our thoughts and focus on the positive and have some gratitude, we actually end up receiving exactly what it is that we want. So I just feel like this is a little bit of a block to you. 10 of Cups clarified by 3 of Pentacles, the Tower, total mind shift change, right? And the 9 of Wands, bottom of deck, the Emperor. So absolutely taking control of your thoughts. Instead of looking at your current situation, environment, or connection as a wounded warrior, almost existing in a victim mentality of why did this happen to me? Why does this always happen to me? Why do people do this to me? Why did I lose the job? Just, again, radical mindset. And it's going to take some effort on your part in that 3 of Pentacles. But again, it's just finding gratitude in all the things that you do have. Do you have the ideal job? No. Are you making the ideal pay? No. But can you put food on the table? Absolutely. Do you live in the ideal house? No. Could there be improvements? Sure thing. Would you like to maybe become your own homeowner? Absolutely. Do you want to downsize or upgrade? But you have a roof over your head. There's something here about finding gratitude. And again, it's not saying, let's play pretend, fairy dust and unicorns and rainbows, and we're just going to pretend that the shithole we live in is actually the mansion that we aspire to be in. No, but it is saying to have some gratitude that the shithole you live in is providing you with structure or stability, or like I said, a roof over your head. I don't mean to say you live in a shithole. It's not, I live in a shithole. You don't live in a shithole. That's not what I mean, but... And it could even be like, I would really like to be with someone. Like, I'd like to have a long-term partner. But instead of looking at it like this victim mentality of why doesn't anyone want me? Or no, focus on all your beautiful and positive attributes, all the wonderful qualities that make you an ideal partner. And have you ever stopped to think that perhaps rejection is God's protection? Maybe God is trying to reroute you towards a person who truly will give you the 10 of Cups and not momentary or temporary happiness, or maybe even take advantage of you. So instead, embrace the fact that you are single and that you can find emotional happiness and contentment within you, and that you don't have to be codependent on anyone to find it. So again, looking at the little things, putting in some effort to radically change your mindset actually brings in what it is that you want. 8 of Swords. Tell me about the 8 of Swords here. This is feeling trapped, tied down. I can't stop thinking about this. I don't know if it was your reading or someone else's reading, but I said, you know, when I sit here in front of the camera, and I'm not trying to make your reading about me, just giving you an example, okay? When I sit here in front of the camera, these messages have to be about you, right? What you're going through. But sometimes I am called to share something that I'm going through. Believe me, there are many times I sit here at the table, my world outside of this space could be collapsing. I could be arguing with my person. I have an overdue bill that I didn't realize was due yesterday and I don't have the money. My pipes are freezing. You know, there's so many things. There's, 36 inches of snow outside that I know I have to shovel. Whatever it is for me, just because I sit here smiling doesn't mean my life is great, but I'm finding gratitude. I'm finding gratitude that I'm acknowledging the chaos, or I'm not living in rainbows and unicorn land. I know that I have issues that I need to address, or I have problems or financial worries or concerns. However, I find gratitude that I do have a roof over my head, that I will have a plate of food before me. Is it the lobster and steak that I want? No, but it's nourishment. So what I do in those situations is I give myself, and I actually have, where is it? Oh, it's downstairs because I used it last night. I have a little, what do you call? I think I have another one around here. Oh, I do. I have a secondary one. I have a white one downstairs, and then I have this one. So I have this little timer, and I set it for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, however long it is that I want to set. I'm going to think about this issue, or I'm going to mourn this loss, or I'm going to even worry about this change or whatever's happening in my life for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, again, whatever that time is. And I set that clock, or the one downstairs, and that's the time span that I give. And then after that, it's okay. I'm done thinking, right? The timer goes off. I'm done thinking about it because I'm going to take control of these thoughts, because I have other things to do. I have to clean the house. I have to come up here and work. I have to edit videos. Maybe I have to take an astrology course. I have to go food shopping. I can revisit this later. So it's not telling you you never have to think about all of these concerns that you have, or feelings of loss or remorse or regret, whatever it is that is consuming your mind. It's not saying live in fairy tale world here and pretend that none of those things exist, but it's saying I'm going to control them. I'm going to think about it for, again, X amount of time. I'm going to set a timer. It could even be on your phone if you want. And then after that, I'm getting back to life. And I can revisit this later when I have another 20 minutes for it. Tell me about that 8 of Swords here. Tell me about the Eight of Swords. I don't know why I felt inclined to share that, so maybe one of you needed to hear that. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Eight of Swords. We have the Queen of Cups. That's you, whether you're masculine or feminine. And then 2 cards came out. The King of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. At the bottom of the deck, you have the 3 of Swords. So for some of you, this is regarding heartbreak. Now, it could be financial in that King of Pentacles, financial worries, financial troubles. For others of you, it could be in regards to your own business. Sometimes the King of Pentacles could be seen as a business owner. It very well could be a loss that you've had. This could be a parental figure or someone very close to you, or maybe even your partner. There's something here, again, I look at Wheel of Fortune as time. So I'm going to create this time block when I'm going to think about this, reminisce, feel it, process it. And then I get to shut it down because I get to control these thoughts. I'm at the wheel, right? I'm at the helm of my life and of my thoughts. And I say, okay, that's enough of that. Now I have to go wash the dishes or do food shopping or take a shower, whatever it is. And I can revisit this again in time. It doesn't have to be completely closed off, but I'm going to control my thoughts as opposed to allowing my thoughts to control me. If you're able to do that, and then start finding gratitude for what you do have, what is working out, the areas of your life where, again, there is a feeling of happiness, little things to be grateful for. 6 of Pentacles, what you want then comes in. A new cycle here is able to begin because you're cleaning the energetic debris by not staying so centered or so focused on what ails you or what's, your troubles, your difficulties, your setbacks. So if you can control them, you create the energetic space now for something new to come in. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Tell me about the new. 2 of Wands, the Hanged Man, and the 9 of Pentacles. There you go, bottom of the deck. The 3 of Cups, a reason to celebrate financial independence, emotional independence, stability, feeling more grounded. This is pre-Empress energy. So what comes in? A grounded, stable, financially secure you. That's what ends up coming in. This is the new cycle. Whether you're single or partnered, it's just you feeling better in your skin. So yeah, for some of you, you're allowing this past loss, like I said, or some kind of setback that you have experienced to make you look at life like everything is disastrous and everything is horrible. And really, it's not. It's and I don't want to say really it's not. I don't want to minimize what you're going through. But tell me more about that 9 of Pentacles. I don't want to minimize what it is that you're going through, but your thoughts are becoming your reality. And if we always exist in woe is me, woe is me, woe is me, guess what happens? Life gives us what we're thinking. Woe is me, woe is me, woe is me. So again, if you can find the gratitude and happiness, I feel like more gratitude and more happiness comes in. It's just a change of perspective. That's all. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We're further clarifying that 9 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, the Devil, and the 4 of Wands. Taking control of those thoughts, those doubts, fears, those anxieties. Becoming single, free, and independent of them actually brings you the union or the happiness or a cause for celebration here that you have long been desiring. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. For some of you, it could be a new romantic partner comes in. A new person can't come in if in your quiet time you continue to ruminate about the past person that left your life because you're energetically, they're still energetically occupying space in your mind. Let's get you 3 cards of advice here for the next 2 weeks. So yeah, a little change in your mindset and controlling your thoughts will completely change your outcome here. And this is something you can work on over the course of the next 2 weeks. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Your advice, the World card. Whatever has ended, whatever has come to pass. Again, you can think about it, mourn it, remember it, but in small incremental doses. You don't have to continue reliving a chapter that is now closed. 2 of Swords, and don't allow that to block your new beginning. 8 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, 2 of Pentacles. There's time management here involved. And again, I go back to creating a time to feel all of these feelings, to feel the blocks, to feel the challenges, to feel the endings. But then at the same time to say, okay, I've now allotted 10, 15, 20 minutes, but now I'm going to move towards that 9th cup. I'm going to move towards happiness. I'm going to be grateful for what I have. 2 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, that is the truth. And 3 of Cups to the Ace of Wands. I hate to say this to you. I love the Cancerian collective dearly. I have very little Cancer in my chart. I don't think I have much in my chart of Cancer. But anyway, I hate to say this to you, but you are blocking out some really good connections and good possibilities and opportunities because you continue to ruminate on a loss. And I don't want to be insensitive. I've been reading for you since April of 2024. I see some of the hardships. Some of you have, like, you've lost loved ones, you've lost jobs, you've lost your businesses. I believe one or two of you I've interacted with, you've actually lost a child. So I know how difficult it has been. And I've been there too, okay, with many of those scenarios or experiences that you've had, but we can't change the past. So think about it and mourn it and grieve it and feel it for small incremental moments, and free up the rest of your mind to take care of your other responsibilities, to take care of yourself, and to enjoy the simple pleasures in your life. If you can reduce the mental stress that you're currently experiencing by ruminating on whatever this has been for you constantly, if you can just dial it back a bit, you have some really nice new connections, partnerships, opportunities, creative ideas are suddenly going to enter your life because you will be creating the energetic space for them. So try to spend the next 2 weeks working on that. That is what I have for you, Cancer, for the first 2 weeks of February 2026. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. It helps get this message across to other people with the Cancer placement who may need to hear this message, who maybe needs a little help or assistance moving on from something here that has ended in their life. And of course, if you what else was I going to say? Yeah, so if you can do that and hype the video, I would really appreciate it. Also, in the description box is information on how you can become a member of my Time Travelers program. I release 48 exclusive videos every month for members. So if that's something that you're interested in, there's more information in the description box. If you can join us, that would be fantastic. If you just want to try it out for a month and see if that works for you, that's great. If it doesn't and you feel like canceling the subscription, I'm okay with that too. You do, at the end of the day, what is best for you. But if you can join us, that would be fantastic. But until I read for you again, my dear, take very good care of yourself over the course of the next 2 weeks. And as always, I'm sending you light, love, and peace. Hello, Leo. I hope that you're doing well. I took a little break between you and Cancer, and it's totally pitch black dark outside. It's crazy how it gets dark so early in the day now. But anyway, let's take a look at your angel messages now for the first 2 weeks of February 2026. Your angel number 477. Visualize harmony. Release worry and welcome peace. Be comforted. The fears you have are not supposed to be yours alone to hold. Visualize your angels taking them from you and leaving you with only a harmonious peace. Sit in meditation right now and picture a bright light washing over you, evaporating all of your fears. Then take a few deep breaths and picture what harmony looks like to you. Message from Archangel Michael. Card number 41. Your loved ones are safe. Let go of your fear and worry for your loved ones. I am looking after them. And your Moonology card here is, time for healing. Balsamic Moon. So something here is happening in the Leo collective. Some fear, worry, doubt, anxiety is lurking here in the energy of the collective. I feel like Source, particularly Archangel Michael, is telling you all will be well. Tell me more about this here for the Leo collective. What do they need to know for the first 2 weeks of February 2026? One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the Magician. We have the Ace of Swords. And we have the Sun. Wow, all will be well, okay, in due time here. Queen of Cups, Judgment, Wheel of Fortune, in due time. Knight of Wands. Tell me more about the Magician energy here. Tell me more about this Magician energy here for the Leo collective. Okay. We have the Five of Cups. We have the King of Cups, and we have the Seven of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have Four Cups. So I've tapped into a group of you where you're currently experiencing a feeling of malaise, disappointment, apathy, sorrow. There's some type of loss or rejection here, possibly, that the Leo collective is dealing with. You could feel like your manifestations are blocked at this time. There could be a feeling of worry, of that you are continually asking Source for help or guidance or a way forward. And you could feel like they are not delivering, that your prayers are unheard or unanswered. And the overwhelming feeling here is I am taking action. I'm trying to be emotionally balanced in the face of chaos here, in the face of turmoil, in the face of what is happening in the world, but also in my own world around me, right, in my personal space. And there's a feeling like I'm really trying to do my best to cope with these losses. And I'm attempting here to move forward, but I'm continually, Seven of Wands, feeling some resistance here when it comes to my manifestations. Ace of Swords. I feel like this all will change or will get lifted or easier for you over the course of the next 2 weeks. So tell me more about the Ace of Swords here. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Ace of Swords, yes, clarified by Judgment, the Hierophant, and the King of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Eight of Pentacles. So I feel like this is a time for you right now to stay grounded, to go inward a bit, to figure out what you want your next move to be or your life path here. I feel like there's a decision here. Now, for some of you, you already have this decision on the table. For others of you, it's coming up soon. And there's a need here for you to be very grounded and very clear-minded when this opportunity unfolds for you, okay? Because you'll need to be, you'll need to make a judgment call here. So whatever did not work out in the past, this is easier said than done, right? Is to understand that this rejection, whatever it was, is actually God's protection. You are not blocked from your manifestation whatsoever. You needed this time between that ending and the new beginning. You needed this time to heal, to find yourself again. And so this is why this is all playing out the way it is, okay? Tell me about the Sun card. The Sun card is a very healing energy. It does speak about positivity, vitality, triumph, success. I feel like that is coming in for you. Tell me more about the Sun card here. One more shuffle. The Chariot, the Page of Cups, there's the offer, opportunity, and the Seven of Swords, bottom of that Page of Swords. So you are receiving communication, information, some type of offer or opportunity. If you did not have this break between something that ended and the new opportunity, you probably would have sabotaged this opportunity. You would have said yes, you would have said no, or maybe you would have been not thinking very clearly, or you would have been unable to discern whether or not this opportunity is fully aligned to who you are and who you want to become and your path forward. So if things are difficult now, this is saying this is a time here for healing. This is a 2-week reading, right? It's a predictive reading, but I'll try to get timing for you. It looks like there is an offer or opportunity. Tell me more about this offer or opportunity. And it's like you can't see it now, or maybe you've had a difficult time seeing it because you're so lost in what is happening here, and this remorse and this regret and this sorrow and feeling like your manifestation is blocked, but it's not blocked. Tell me more about this opportunity that's coming in. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the Emperor. So someone is taking the lead here, Nine of Cups. Oh, and the Four of Swords is very nice. So someone is taking the lead here to provide you with respite, to provide you with, it could be financial security, emotional security, comfort, assistance. So help is on its way. So for those of you thinking, I don't know why I keep doing my best. I'm trying to remain very grounded and emotionally balanced in the midst of chaos and loss. And I'm trying to move forward on my manifestation. Why isn't it here? Some of you could feel a little abandoned by the universe. Don't feel that way. You have too many major arcana cards here on the table. So I don't want to call it the rescue, but the individual you need to come forward to provide you with this opportunity, they're on their way. I don't know what the delay here was. Why was there a delay here? Why was there the delay? I think the delay was you needed to know your worth and your value. You also needed to know exactly what it was that you wanted. It could have been, for some of you, you were manifesting from a place of pain or from a place of desperation. That might have been it. And if that's what you have been doing, just take this time to time out. You don't have to manifest anything right now. Just work on your healing, okay? You are safe. Your loved ones are safe. There's no need to worry. You can let go of the fear or the anxiety. Clear your mind. Reground yourself here in this Taurus energy of the Hierophant. Why was this delayed, though? One more shuffle here. Why was this delayed? The King of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Hangman. So this was delayed so you would know your value and your worth. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Pentacles. You have a solid offer coming. And I don't know what this is for you, so you can claim it how you want. You want to claim it as a love partner, go ahead. A job offer, a financial opportunity, an investment opportunity. But this had to all happen in the right time. And I think if it would have came earlier, you would have said no, or you would have not been prepared for it. I don't think you would have been emotionally or maybe even mentally prepared. So there was a need here for you to process this ending or this loss, to clear your mind, to reground yourself so you can think very clearly. So when this opportunity comes on your path, and like I said, I'll try to get you timing, you would be ready to move forward in King of Wands energy in a very grounded, way here with this Queen of Pentacles. When is the opportunity coming in? Not every card in tarot is timing, but let's see what we get. When is this opportunity coming in? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Timing. We have the Hermit. It's Virgo season, but that's a long way off, so I don't believe that that's it. I have the Six of Wands there at the bottom of the deck, which could talk about 6 days here. For me, wands are days. Can I get timing for when this offer or opportunity comes in for the Leo collective? Thank you. Within the next 3 months, okay? And at the bottom of the deck, we have February. So for some of you, it's happening now. For others of you, it'll take 3 months, okay? But the offer opportunity is coming in. Use this time between now and then, again, whether this is happening in 2 weeks or this is happening in 2 months. Use this time to collect yourself, to ground yourself, to become emotionally stable, emotionally steady, to heal from whatever this loss here was. Your manifestation is not blocked. It's just delayed. This is Source's way of giving you time to heal. It's like wanting a love partner after a relationship ends, and it's like you're just not ready for that. Do you know what I mean? So for some of you, if this is what it is, it's not that God or the universe doesn't want you to have a romantic partner. They just want you to be healed enough before you enter the next connection. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of this deck as well. So you have something coming in, albeit, again, it's coming in slowly. But the Knight of Pentacles is the most reliable knight in tarot. So whatever's coming to you, albeit slow, will be long-lasting and beneficial to you. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Wow, look at that. So your advice for the next 2 weeks. You have the Hierophant, which came out already. So stay grounded. Stay true to yourself. You have Temperance. Everything in moderation. Everything is balancing out. Again, might not feel that way in the moment, but everything is balancing out. And you are literally being led here to your 9 of Cups. Wishes fulfilled, happiness, comfort, satisfaction. So I think this is just an extra message for you where if you're going through a difficult time, help, so-called help here is on its way to you. Just use this time to ground yourself and align yourself a little bit better with the path that you want. I just feel like some of you weren't quite ready for whomever or whatever this is. By the time it comes in, like I said, for some of you, February, for others of you, within the next 3 months. Doesn't mean it'll take the whole 3 months. Just within the next 3 months, you'll be more ready for whomever or whatever this is. So hang in there, my friend. That is what I have for you, Leo. That is those are your angel messages for the first 2 weeks of February 2026. If you like that message and it resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And don't forget to check out the description box to find out how you can become a time traveler. I offer 48 exclusive readings every month for members of the Time Travelers program. So if that's something you think you would enjoy, you're welcome to try that out. It is a monthly subscription-based program, so you can cancel at any time. And so you're welcome to try it out. And if it aligns to you and you feel like those messages are helpful, fantastic. We'd love to have you on board with us and join us. And if you're unable to do it, that's okay too. Trust that Source has given you all the information that you need in this reading. That is what I have for you, my darling. Take care. Hang on. You have good news and a good solid opportunity coming your way. Okay, so fret not. That is what I have for you. Until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Virgo. I hope that you're doing well. Let's take a look now at your angel messages for the first 2 weeks of February 2026. Your angel number 400. Have faith. Your angels hear you. Your angels have heard your prayers and they have felt your struggles. They stay with you and remind you that everything has a purpose, even though you may not understand it now. Remember that you are never alone. Do a full body stretch now and ask your guides to send you love, peace, and signs. Trust what you see and feel when you wholeheartedly ask for these messages. Message from Archangel Michael. Regain your focus. Card number 27. Trivial life matters are distracting you from your goals. Archangel Metatron and I are here to help you stay grounded. And your Moonology card here, it's time to take action. New moon in Aries. So you need to regain your focus. You've lost your focus here when it comes to career and finance, love and romance, some other connection or endeavor here in your life. I think you're allowing the small stuff to get in the way of your calling or your mission or your purpose or something here that you're working on. Tell me more about this here for the Virgo collective. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the 5 of Pentacles. We have the Hermit. There you are. And we have Justice. Bottom of the deck, the Empress. Wow, beautiful. 8 of Pentacles to the Knight of Cups to the Ace of Cups. You're getting sidelined, I heard. You're getting sidelined here. These are distractions, and they are either affecting you emotionally in this 5 of Pentacles, or they are affecting you financially. You need to auto-correct here, Virgo. And let's see what this is all about. But I feel like you're allowing these trivial issues, arguments with people, petty disagreements. There's some interference here, and I just feel like it's affecting you emotionally or financially. And I think you need to stand in your power. And I do believe for most of you, we have the Sun card there. I'm just going to leave this right here. I'll clarify that again. Some of you really need to stand in your power. You need to reclaim yourself, okay? You're losing yourself in something here that's distracting you. Tell me about that Five of Pentacles. What is that here? Thank you. We have the Strength card, so it's holding you back. Four of Swords and the Ten of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Swords. So this could be arguments, clashes, betrayal. You're getting too caught up in it. And look, I'm a Gemini, okay? You and I are both ruled by Mercury. We utilize the energy of Mercury differently, right? But we're still ruled by it. And so I understand that Ten of Swords. And it's really easy, okay, to get stuck on a betrayal, to get stuck on an ending, to ruminate about it constantly, or to even want to right a wrong. And in that respect, some of you could feel like very aggressive. There we go. Six of Wands to the Knight of Swords to the Hierophant. Some of you are like really standing up for yourselves and you're putting your foot down and you're fighting back. And that's all well and good. I'm not telling you not to defend yourself. I'm not telling you not to speak your piece. I'm not telling you to stand in your conviction or stand up for yourself. But you're getting a little too distracted with doing that. And you're getting caught up in this. It's one thing to say, we disagree. This is how we disagree or why we disagree, and this is my position, and now I'm going to pivot and move forward and regain my focus and get back to work or get back to my responsibilities. Some of you aren't doing that. Some of you are engaging in the actual fighting back and forth, and for others of you, the fighting is done, or whatever needed to be said has been said, but you're ruminating on it, and that is creating an energetic disturbance for you and an energetic block. Your angels hear you, okay? Have faith, your angels hear you. This situation, this environment, this connection was not fair, was not just. It was not right that you were betrayed. I feel like there is karmic justice here. It's like the universe will deliver it. You don't need to worry about it, is the message that I'm getting. Like, you don't need to worry about this person or these people that wronged you. Like, Source is going to take care of this in due time. Okay, Source will, it's time to take action. Source will take action when it's ready for them, when of their choosing. And sometimes we get to see someone's karma play out, and sometimes we don't, but that's okay. It still will happen. And it might not happen the way we feel is just or right, but it will happen nonetheless. You need to regain your focus now on yourself and your responsibilities and get back to making money, or get back to healing connections in your life, or maybe even just healing yourself. Don't worry too much about this. Say what you need to say, and then just kind of give it to God, okay? Give it to the universe to handle. The Hermit. Tell me why the Hermit energy is here for Virgo. That is your major arcana card. So there's something here about you coming back to yourself, regaining your focus, getting grounded. You are an earth sign. Tell me more about this here. Thank you. We're going to take these two as well. Okay. So we have the Queen of Cups. We have the Five of Swords, we have the World card, and we have the Seven of Pentacles. This is exactly what I was talking about. Whatever has transpired back here with this person or this situation, it's done and over with, is the message here. There's no need to continue revisiting it or reopening the wound for yourself or re-engaging in the discussion or the argument. And there's no need for you to spend so much time now ruminating about it and steaming over it and getting upset over it, okay? You have a new beginning. You're essentially delaying your new beginning now because you're constantly caught up thinking about how this person or these people wronged you. By you doing that, you're actually missing an opportunity. So there's something new that's trying to come in for you. So you need to create energetic space, okay? And the best way you can do that is give this situation to God, to the universe. Let them handle it. You need to take action, like on your own behalf, regain your focus and get back to your goals. And let the universe handle karma or retribution or whatever has happened here. You don't need to get your hands dirty. I just heard you don't need to get your hands dirty. Yeah, we have Temperance. So here's Archangel Michael. So everything will balance out in time. Whether you see it or you don't, I don't know. Some of you will hear about it. Some of you will just have an internal feeling. Some of you will maybe actually witness it. We have the Seven of Wands, and we have the Three of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Four of Cups. I never want to be this kind of tarot reader, okay? And that's not the reason why I channel these messages, but I've tapped into a group of you where you are really effing angry, and probably rightfully so, over some type of betrayal that has taken place. And it could have came from one person, could have came from a bunch of people. I don't know who put those 10 swords in your back. One person, two people, 10 people. It could have been accrued over a span of several years or maybe even a lifetime. But it's time for you to heal those wounds. And the best way for you to heal those wounds you acknowledge them. If you have the ability to speak your piece, but then pivot, like I said, and regain your focus and get back to your life and making money and your responsibilities and nurturing yourself. We can't change what happened back there. So let the universe, and they're working on it, okay? Universe is working on, like, I don't want to say like defending you, but kind of like defending you without this individual or these individuals knowing that the universe is defending you. I just feel like karma is at play here, and like they will take care of it, and you just need to get back to focus on you. And some of you will see what happens or you'll hear about it, and some of you won't, and that's okay. It's like not of your doing. It's not of your doing. It's almost like none of your business. None of your business. I never get these kinds of messages, so I don't know who's watching me or what Virgo needs to hear this message, but stop with the retaliation, or I'm going to get back at them, or the vengeance, or the anger, or jealousy. And look, all of those feelings come up when we get betrayed, right? Look, I've been there quite recently, but let it go. Process it, say your piece, and then let's move on and get back to the good stuff, okay? With that Sun card, get back to your 10 of Pentacles and your 10 of Happiness. Your 10 of Happiness, your 10 of Pentacles, and your, I like that, 10 of Happiness, your 10 of Pentacles, and your 10 of Cups. We have the Ace of Pentacles. You have a new opportunity that's trying to come in. Tell me more about the new opportunity. Yeah, stop wasting time with this. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The new opportunity is trying to come in. Knight of Swords. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, it's all happening now in Divine Timing, Death card. This new opportunity will transform your life. There's information, offer, and opportunity here in the Page of Swords that's trying to reach you, and you are like distracted, or you're not thinking clearly because either you are engaging with this person or these people too much, or you're just ruminating, thinking about it so much, and it's like Source is trying to get your attention here, like, hello, we have a great opportunity here. This will change your life. But we need you to like kind of heed the call, right? We need you to like kind of pay attention, regain your focus here. Anything else Virgo needs to know about this new opportunity? I feel like the moment you either stop engaging with whomever or whatever this is, or the moment you stop thinking about it, and I truly mean like you let it go. And in order to let go, and this is so difficult to say, we need to forgive. That's the hardest part. And that doesn't mean that you condone what this person or these people did to you. Absolutely not. What it means is, I don't want to hold on to the aggression anymore. I don't want to hold on to the anger. I don't want to hold on to the resentment. I want to get back to being me, right? I want to get back to being the hermit. I want to get back to being Virgo. I want to feel whole and happy again. I want to move my life in a new direction. Whatever this person or these people did was effed up, no doubt about it. But if you continue to think about it or continue to engage with it, it never allows that wound to heal. We got to forgive it and say that was a really shitty lesson. I've learned my lesson. And if you haven't learned your lesson in Hermit energy, go within and try to think about what was that particular experience or connection trying to teach you. Was it trying to teach you that you missed the red flags? Was it trying to teach you that you trusted the wrong person, that you entered a connection too quickly? You know, there was a lesson here, maybe about your self-worth, maybe about your self-value. There's definitely a lesson there at play. Every 10 of Swords has a lesson or multiple lessons. But there's something like just looking at it, taking the lesson and moving on, and leave the hurt and the resentment in the past, because it's energetically blocking you from a new opportunity. Anything else Virgo needs to know about the new opportunity? One more shuffle here. Thank you. It's like within 1 week of letting it go. Full card. There you go. There's your new beginning. Bottom of the deck is the Hierophant. So again, just get grounded right now. It's easier said than done. Meditation helps. Walks in nature. Getting adequate sleep. Focusing on yourself. Nurturing yourself. Doing the things that please you. That bring you happiness. Gratitude. You know, maybe you don't live in the house that you want to live in, but be grateful you have a roof over your head, you know. Maybe you're not eating lobster and steak or whatever you fancy for dinner, but be grateful that you have something that is of nutritional value to you. So again, gratitude, celebrating your small wins and victories, refocusing on yourself, meditation, walks in nature, eating well or as well as you can or as well as you can afford, getting adequate sleep. These are all things that will regenerate you and restore you and help you to regain your focus. You definitely have something new coming in. Whatever this person or people did, don't allow them to rob you of this opportunity. Okay, think of it that way. They already took enough from you. They don't need to take this opportunity also. 3 cards of advice for my Virgos. One more shuffle. Thank you. Page of Wands. I'm telling you, you're getting something here. News, information, communication, offer, opportunity. King of Cups could be coming from a water sign. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Chariot is coming in fast. Bottom of the deck, 8 of Pentacles. It could be a new job opportunity. It's possible here that somebody maybe wants to take you under their wing, kind of like an apprenticeship to teach you something. This could be a mentor. This could be the opportunity to go back to school, to learn a skill, to revisit a skill maybe you put on the back burner here. There's definitely engagement, right? The Eight of Pentacles would be you engaging in something. And I'm asking about this. So in terms of your advice, all these cards, like the Page of Wands has their back turned to this. So there's something about turning your back to this, regrounding, recentering yourself, becoming emotionally balanced, and being I don't know. I feel like some of you lost your drive. You lost your drive on something, or you lost your focus on some kind of plan or goal you had here. So your advice for the next 2 weeks, turn your back on whatever this is, process it, let it go, and then rebalance or recalibrate yourself. You know, the King of Cups is the third decan of Aquarius, and Aquarius can very easily emotionally detach. And that's what it's asking you to do. Not from everything in your life, but just from this. Try to emotionally detach, okay? And refocus yourself, because you have something new coming in. So in the next 2 weeks, just I just want to say, like, stop engaging. I feel like some of you, you're like at war, or you're fighting with someone, or again, you're thinking about something that happened in the past. Let it go. Can't change it. It was effed up, no doubt. I'm not going to try to minimize what you went through. And I'm not telling you that it was right, or they were right, or anything like that. But they took enough from you already, Virgo. Don't let them take this next opportunity. You have this new beginning here. Don't waste your future being focused on your past, okay? That's what I have for you, my dear, for the next 2 weeks, or I should say the first 2 weeks of February 2026. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. Don't forget to check out the description box to find out how you can become a time traveler. I offer 48 exclusive readings every month to members of the Time Travelers program. If you just want to try it out for a month, you can do that, and then you can cancel. But if you like it, you're welcome to join us. And like I said, if you just want to try it out and leave afterwards, that's okay too. You do what is best for you. If you can't afford it, or this is not the right time for you, that's all right. Just trust that you are receiving all the messages you need to receive from the free subscription videos, 36 of them that I release every week. So that is what I have for you, my love. Take care of yourself, okay? Ground yourself over the next 2 weeks so you can be ready for this new opportunity. Until I read for you again, my friend, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Libra. I hope that you're doing well. Let's take a look now at your angel messages for the first 2 weeks of February 2026. 151, make magic. Your desires are in your hands. Your angels say the time is now to create your future. That's so interesting. I did the full moon in Leo reading for members of the Time Travelers program, and it was like, Libra, this is time to figure out what you want the rest of your life to look like. So your angels say the time is now to create your future. The things you want are not just going to happen on their own. You need to create them. The steps you take today have a direct link to what happens to you in the future. Sit in a quiet spot and take 5 deep, centering breaths. As you inhale, envision supportive energy flowing into you. As you exhale, know what you want wants you. Yeah, you have a beautiful future waiting for you, but you need to take a step here. And some of you are reluctant to do that. Message from Archangel Michael. Get your power back. Card number 13. You have forgotten who you are. You are a child of the divine, so take back your power. And your Moonology card here is hold your vision, fixed moon. Yeah, and I think I was saying, like, you have this dream here inside of yourself, maybe the type of job you want, or the place where you want to live, or the type of house you want, the type of relationship you want. There's something here that's like, it's buried within you. And I think I said in that reading, like, please don't die taking this dream with you. It can be yours. The magic is yours, and you have the opportunity to make magic. Get your power back. Someone here, I don't know, someone here has or is currently making you feel like you can't do this. You can't relocate. You can't get a divorce. You can't enter a relationship. You can't do that job. You can't go back to school. Fuck them. Yes, you can. Hold your vision. Yes, you can. This dream is yours. And you have the capability to bring it to life, to make it real. Let's get you 3 cards here, please, for the Libra Collective. One more shuffle. Thank you. Wheel of Fortune. This is the divine destined time for you to do this. It's Jupiterian energy. This is good luck. You have the 5 of Swords. There's that conflict. There's someone here in your life does not want you to do something. They don't want you to get a divorce. They don't want you to get married. They don't want you to relocate. They don't want you to downsize. Whatever it is, they don't want you to enter a relationship. I don't know what it is for each of you. 4 of Wands. This is what you want. You want victory. You want success. You want a cause for celebration. Maybe some of you do want to relocate. Bottom of the deck. Queen of Swords, the Magician, and the King of Swords. Oh, look how beautiful this is. the ability to see clearly based upon everything you've gone through in the past, right? For me, queens exist presently based upon their past experiences. And this is you, Libra. You're an air sign. So based upon your past experiences, you know exactly the magic and this magician energy that you want to create so you can move forward in your life. I don't know who this person or these people are, but you need to start living for you, not for them. Wheel of Fortune. Tell me about this. Whatever this decision here is that you want to make, it will change your life. It's going to put you on a new path. That's what the Four of Wands card is. It's the 1111 portal. Once you, Page of Wands, discover more information. Two of Wands, now you're at that Y point. Do I do this? Do I not do this? Three of Wands, you decide to move forward. Boom. Four of Wands, you change your life. It's a different trajectory, a different community, a different type of connection, a different job, whatever it is. And yeah, it is a cause for celebration. But it also brings into your life all of these new people and new experiences that you would not have encountered had you stayed where you were. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune energy here for Libra. So in the next 2 weeks, or for the first 2 weeks of February, you need to get your power back. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Stop shrinking yourself, making yourself so small for what? King of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. I think this is other people. Six of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. I feel like you're worried. I feel like I'm speaking to a Libra that wants to make a big life shift change. And there are people around them who don't like it. They don't like that you're going to change your political beliefs. They're not going to like that you're changing yours, maybe your religious beliefs. I don't know what it is that you want to change. It could even be relocation. But there's something here that you know, I want to invest in it. This is the right time for me to do this. I want to take the inspired action. And then even though everything inside of you is telling you to go in this direction, you are replete with worry and doubt and confusion. But we have Four of Swords on one side and we have that dang Five of Swords here. I feel like you're either worried that it'll cause conflict with other people, or you already have people in your life telling you you can't do that. Yes, you can. Get your power back. Five of Swords. Why is the Five of Swords here? Why is the Five of Swords here? One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Chariot. The Chariot, the Two of Cups, and the Four of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have Page of Swords. So there's something here that you want to do in regards to a partnership or a connection. And again, this could be like, I want to leave this job for this job, or I want to start dating this person, or I want to leave this person, or I want to leave this person for this person, or I don't want to be friends with this other person, you know, or I want to be friends with this person. There's a connection here in your life, Two of Swords, that is at the center of this controversy for you. And you want to move forward towards this new connection, the new business partnership, the new job, you know, the new realtor so you can buy your own home and relocate. I don't know who this is. A friend, a lover. There's someone here you want to move towards, and you are on pause when it comes to moving towards this particular person. And it's because there's worry in your mind, either about what other people will say or how they'll take it, or you're just fearing already some kind of argument here will take place if you choose to move in another direction. Tell me about the Four of Wands. That looks beautiful. This is what's waiting for you. You know, it says, as you inhale, envision supportive energy flowing into, yeah, this is not supportive energy. The source wants you to have this. Divine, God, Jesus, whatever you believe in, wants you to have this. So as you exhale, know that what you want wants you. This is waiting for you. You can jump a timeline, meaning you can change your life. You don't have to. You could stay where you are, but I don't think you'll be very happy where you are. Because if you were happy where you currently are, we wouldn't be having this reading. We would be having an entirely different reading. Tell me about the Four of Wands. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Four of Wands. Eight of Cups. It requires you to walk away from a situation, environment, connection, community. Knight of Cups. And the Ten of Cups. Oh my God, just go for it. The Star. So you have identified something or someone here. I would be really happy if I lived here, or if I did this for a living, or if I was with this person, or if I was single. Again, I don't know what the star is for you. Everyone has their own North Star in life. And most people die never trying to get anywhere close to making a reality. Don't be one of those people. Does it require you to leave behind something or someone, or to create some distance? This could be like you want to relocate from the town you grew up in and your family doesn't want you to leave. It doesn't mean that you're leaving them behind. You're still going to interact with them. You're still going to talk to them. You just might not see them as often. But there's an offer opportunity that's waiting for you to take you to the Ten of Cups, emotional fulfillment. And that offer opportunity could be, like I said, a new job, buying a new place, relocating, a new love partner. It's not where you're currently at. So you have the ability here, Libra, to make this a reality. Don't die with this dream in you. I mean, you could. Plenty of people do. You know, cemeteries are some of the richest places on the face of the earth, and it's not because people were buried with gold teeth and money in their wallet. It's because they took those dreams with them, and those dreams are valuable. You have something that you're desiring here within you. Get your power back. You've forgotten who you are. It's time to take back your power. Hold your vision. Don't allow anyone to dissuade you from whatever or whomever this is. Let's get you 3 cards of advice, okay? 3 cards of advice here for the Libra collective. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Your advice, Page of Pentacles, that offer, opportunity, 10 of Cups. Oh my God. And the 9 of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, the Lovers. Look, the choice is yours. The choice will always be yours because at the end of the day, you have the divine gift of free will. And you can choose to give in to this chaos and conflict. There's, again, 5 of Swords. And it will break your heart if you do this, because you won't feel emotionally fulfilled with wherever you're currently at or whatever situation you're currently dealing with. And it could even be like maybe staying at this place would be a financial hardship for you, and relocating maybe will open up some financial abundance because you'll have less expenses or something like that. But your advice here for the next 2 weeks, or for the first 2 weeks of February, is to realize that this dream, wish, goal, opportunity that you have will truly make you happy. You have 2 10 of Cup cards here. Will it require you to become single, free, and independent of something or someone or some kind of mindset even? Absolutely. Will it be worth it? It sure as hell will. So reclaim your power. In the next 2 weeks, create some kind of plan here or goal on how you can gain your autonomy from whoever this person or these people are. You don't have to take action today. You don't have to take action in the first 2 weeks, but just start crafting some kind of plan, right? This is the 2nd decan in Virgo, and a high vibrational Virgo creates strategies, creates a plan. So it's time for you to create a plan on how you can become single, free, independent, and autonomous of someone or something here. So you can move towards your 10 of Cups, because even though, you know, like you want it, it wants you, but it's not going to come to you. The card clearly says it. The things you want are not just going to happen on their own. You need to create them. And your first step to creating this is getting your power back. That is what I have for you, Libra, for the first 2 weeks of February 2026. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And don't forget to check out the description box to learn how you can become a time traveler. I provide 48 exclusive readings for members of the Time Travelers program. So if you can join us there, that would be fantastic. If you can't, that's okay. If you just want to try it out for a month, you can do that too. And if you feel like it's the content or the messages that come through are beneficial to you, you're welcome to stay. If not, you're free to cancel at any time, okay? But if you can't afford it, or there's some reason why you don't want to join at this time, that's okay. Trust that sources knew that already, and that you received all of the information and messages that you needed to receive at this time. That is what I have for you, my dear. Get your power back, okay? Or at least create a plan in the next 2 weeks on how you can do that. Until I read for you again, Libra, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Scorpio, my moon bebes. Let's take a look at our angel messages now for the first 2 weeks of February 2026. What do we have? Angel number 682, bravery. You are supported to be you. Your angels reveal their affirmation that it takes courage to live life differently. They fill you with their support to live life bravely and as authentically as you are. Make a mental list today of the places you have feared being yourself, and think of a small way to confront one of those fears. Message from Archangel Michael. Put your creative energy into action. Card number 25. Angel Gabriel joins me to spark your creativity, help you communicate your vision, and motivate you to create something beautiful. And your Moonology card here, meditate and contemplate new moon in Pisces. Okay, what is this all about here? I can't believe I'm saying this, but I feel like I've tapped into a group of you where there's something that you want and you are not feeling confident or bold enough or brave enough to move towards it or to make it a reality. What is this here for the Scorpio collective? get one more shuffle. Thank you. 5 of Cups. 5 of Wands. And the 7 of Wands. Holy Jesus. Bottom of that, Queen of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, and the 9 of Pentacles. Tell me about that. 5 of Cups here for the Scorpio collective. Tell me about the 5 of Cups. One more shuffle here. Thank you. 5 of Cups is clarified by Page of Cups, 7 of Swords, and the Fool card. 5 of Wands. Why is the 5 of Wands here? One more shuffle here. Thank you. 5 of Wands, clarified by King of Cups, Page of Swords, and the 3 of Cups. And the 7 of Wands. Why is the 7 of Wands here? One more shuffle. Thank you. 7 of Wands is clarified by the 3 of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Lovers. Bottom of deck, Judgment. Okay. Scorpio, there's a situation, an environment, and a connection. It could be a living environment. There's something here in your life you're not happy with. You're in the 5 of Cups. This could be like buyer's remorse. You bought a house. You bought a pocketbook. I don't know. You bought a pair of shoes. You're not particularly happy with it. You're in a connection. You're not particularly happy with it, whether it's with a friend, a family member, or a lover. Something you're doing for a living you're not happy with. I don't know what it is because it's different for all of you, but you are currently sitting in the 5 of Cups. There's a feeling of loss. There's a feeling of despair. There's a feeling of I made a mistake. There's a feeling of sadness here. And you have the Page of Cups, the 7 of Swords, and the Fool. You have the ability or opportunity to move in a new direction, to sell the house, to relocate, to change the job, to get out of the partnership, you know, to stop talking to this friend. Like you have a new beginning here, and you're sabotaging your ability to move towards a new beginning. Because at this moment, for whatever reason, you're not feeling bold or brave or confident enough to do that. Or even I could be speaking to a single Scorpio. And although you feel inclined to want to get out there and be vulnerable and meet someone, you also don't do that at the same time. So there's an issue here. There's like the desire to do something, the desire to take action, but there's no action actually being taken. And you're lacking, like I said, a little bit of courage here to do this, to relocate, to learn something, launch the business, leave the job, find another job, leave a relationship, enter a relationship. Again, this is different for all of you, but you're sabotaging your new beginning here. You then have the 5 of Wands. This is clarified by the King of Cups. That's you, whether you're masculine or feminine. Page of Swords, and the 3 of Cups. Even though you have this internal discord here, that I want to do this, but I don't feel confident enough to do it, within you, like deep within you, in your conscious, in your subconscious, but intuitively, you know, you'd be really effing happy if you did that. If you unloaded that house, if you traded in your car, if you learned a new skill, launched a business, like changed your job, entered a relationship, fixed a relationship, leave a relationship. Again, I don't know what it is for you, but you're stopping yourself from moving forward in the direction you want to go in, even though intuitively you know that if you did this, you would be so happy. But you're not taking action. You're not taking action because you're not feeling bold or brave enough to take the action. So you have the 7 of Wands, clarified by the 3 of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Lovers. So because you are failing, okay, to take action, to be bold and brave enough and do whatever it is here that's required of you to do to have this new beginning, because you're holding yourself back, you're also like affecting yourself in a negative way. Emotionally, financially, you're keeping yourself stuck. And it's an active choice that you're making. So you're, in a living situation you really don't like. Could you change it overnight? Possibly not. But you could take steps. You could start looking for other places to live. You can start saving your money. You can start getting curious in that Page of Swords just to see what else is out there. But you're not even doing that. You don't like your job. You can look for another job, but you're not even doing that. So you continue to live in a place you don't like, or you continue to, like I said, go to work at a place you don't like, or do for a living something you don't like, or you continue to stay in a connection that doesn't actually make you happy. Again, I don't know what it is for you, but you make the active choice to stop yourself from moving forward in a new direction. And it's like you're failing to make a judgment call here, even though internal to you, you have made the judgment call. Internal to you, you know that if you moved in another direction, you would be very happy. I don't ever like making the readings about me, but sometimes I'm called to like share a story or an experience that I've had, if, I guess, like, if it could help you or benefit you. So I could see myself in this reading as a Scorpio moon. I'm not currently happy with my living situation. I like my house. I like the fact that I'm a homeowner. I don't really like the neighborhood. The house is too big for us, or for me. But for us, it's too big. It's too expensive. I live in New Jersey. It's an incredibly, expensive state. I have the ability to move. Can I move tomorrow? No. I'd have to explore where I'm going to move. I'm going to have to save money for the move. I would have to empty this house out, get it ready for resale, sell it. It could take me 1, 2, 3 years, but I'm not doing anything about it except for looking at a couple of listings at different areas in the South. I was very gung-ho about it for a couple of months there, and then I just kind of like stopped several weeks ago. Suddenly I'm getting like cold feet. So again, if I want to interpret this as my reading, I'm not happy where I currently live. I have the ability to move forward, or at least take some action to inquire and get some information about moving forward. Again, there are no wand cards here. Like, I don't have to do it tomorrow, but I could acquire some information on what it would be like or what it would entail. And I stop myself from moving forward, from even obtaining information on how I can move forward. And meanwhile, I sit here and I am affecting myself emotionally because I'm not happy here, and financially as well. 3 of Swords to the Knight of Pentacles, because I'm spending a ridiculous amount of money to live in a place I don't even like. And it's an active choice I'm making. And it's all because at the core of it, I'm lacking a little bit of bravery and courage when it comes to relocating. Because as much as I don't particularly like the area or the state or whatever, it's been home to me for quite a while now. And I know these people, even if I don't like all of them, So, I can traverse the streets around here with my eyes closed. Not that I would drive with my eyes closed, but you know what I mean? I know the town like the back of my hand. So I'm starting to lose courage and bravery when it comes to moving forward, so much so that I've halted even looking at information. So whatever this is for you, you're, like I said, in a situation, environment, or connection, or you're, participating in some kind of habit that isn't good for you. Could be smoking, drinking. I don't know. I don't look down on any of those things. It could be doom scrolling. Again, it's different for all of you. It's not making you happy. You know that if you did something else or moved in another direction, you would be happy. It would be a cause for celebration. But you stop yourself from doing that because you lack the courage or the bravery to do it. And therefore, essentially, you make the choice here to affect yourself negatively, either in respect to your emotions or your finances. Anything else that Scorpio needs to know? So I feel like it's time for you to take action again, to inquire, to be inquisitive about the new. Again, you don't have to do everything in the first 2 weeks of February to get to full car status and have a new beginning. You don't have to list your house for sale or buy a car or change jobs or anything like that. But you could start small and just inquire on the new, or what life would be like if you moved in another direction. Anything else Scorpio needs to know? And then we'll get you 3 cards of advice. So I think what'll help you, if I could get the words out of my mouth, I think what will help you in the first 2 weeks of February is meditating and contemplating that this is not where you want to be. You desire to change it. That's I think what you need to focus on. You're really not happy here, or not happy with whatever or whomever this is. Anything else Scorpio needs to know? One more shuffle. Thank you. The Page of Wands, again, that card of inquiry, 6 of Wands and Queen of Wands, bottom of the deck, 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, you don't have to do it all in the first 2 weeks. Just meditate and contemplate and start discovering what life would be like if you unloaded whatever this is. And it could just be fears within you. Like maybe you want to, I don't know, start your own YouTube channel. But you're lacking some courage here to do it. Just get some information. What did other people do? I'm sure there are YouTube channels or content creators out there who actually have content about how to overcome the nervousness of launching your own YouTube channel. So I feel like with that Page of Swords, the world is at your fingertips. So whatever information it is that you need to acquire in order to move forward, you should be doing that in the first 2 weeks of February. And I feel like that might help you gain your confidence to move forward in whatever this new direction is. Because the only thing sabotaging you from moving forward at this point is you. So if you're sad, or you're not making the money that you want to make, or you're stuck in something that you're not particularly satisfied with, or there's some buyer's remorse, you're making the choice to keep it or to stay here or to stay stuck in it. You can create a plan to get out of whatever this is, or to move forward, or to build it, like if this is a business for some of you. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. One more shuffle here. Thank you. So your advice: 10 of Swords, Hanged Man, I kind of like that, and the 5 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, King of Cups, the Star, there's your wish fulfillment. And then you have the Page of Pentacles, the opportunity. So yeah, I mean, swords don't just dictate communication in terms of like speaking to other people. Sometimes it's the words we talk to ourselves, the words we talk to ourselves, the words we say to ourselves. And I feel like this is you killing this dream already. I feel like this is your doubts, fears, and insecurities here. It's like ending the new beginning before the new beginning even has a chance to start. You know that selling that property would be the best thing you ever did, and you're not doing it. And it's your mind telling you not to do it. Again, fears, doubts, insecurities, you can't do it. Who'll buy it? You won't break even. What will people say? You know, I want to leave this relationship, or I want to get a divorce. What will people say? Who gives a shit what people say? Do you want to continually stay in a situation, environment, or a connection that is the Three of Swords to Knight of Pentacles, affecting you on emotional, possibly a financial way negatively? And it's been doing this for quite some time in that Knight of Pentacles energy. Like, why are you perpetually making a choice that at the end of the day, you're actually betraying yourself by staying in it, or by not moving forward towards the new thing? So I would almost see this from a new perspective with that Hangman energy to the Five of Swords. I think you have to look at these doubts, fears, and insecurities and call them for, see them for what they are. They're just doubts, fears, and insecurities. They're not rooted in any belief. You have the ability to move forward or move on or move in this new direction. You have the knowledge, you have the know-how, and if you don't, you can acquire it quite quickly in that Page of Swords energy. You don't have to stay stuck in whatever this is. Says the woman who's currently stuck in her living location. But actually, I did say to him this week, I was going to start trying to get on the ball again with getting excited about the move. And look, I have a laundry list of things that I have to accomplish in this house to get it ready for resale. But I'm never going to be able to sell it if I don't even, just start to get the information of what needs to be fixed and what costs are involved and how much do I have to save. Like, I could at least acquire the information on how to move forward. And I think that's all what Source is telling you this week. Don't allow these doubts, fears, and insecurities to get in the way of this new beginning. Be bold and brave enough and spend the next 2 weeks just acquiring information. And who cares what other people say or think about this? This is your life. It's time to take action. Anything else? I was going to say Aquarius. Maybe some of you are dealing with an Aquarius, or you have Aquarius placements, although the Five of Swords is the first deacon in Aquarius. But anything else in terms of advice the Scorpio needs to know? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Anything else you need to know? The Magician, the Four of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. You can manifest this new beginning, the new relationship, the new life, the new place to live. It's firmly within your grasp, within your capability to create or obtain this new beginning. The only thing getting in the way of this is you. And the part of you that's getting in the way of this, doubts, fears, and insecurities, and possibly for one person watching, what will everyone say? Who cares what everyone says? Why be saddled with something that's just no longer working for you? Move forward, be free, be happy. Make your dreams a reality. You have the ability to do that. And the universe is supporting you. So that is what I have for you, Scorpio. Please spend the next 2 weeks just acquiring information on how you can move on and move forward from whomever or whatever this is for you. I just feel like the acquisition of knowledge here will be very beneficial to get you motivated enough so you can take action in the future. That is what I have for you, my love. Those are your angel messages for the first 2 weeks of February 2026. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And don't forget to check out the description box to find out how you can become a member of the Time Travelers program. I release 48 exclusive videos every month for the members of my Time Travelers program. So if that's something you're interested in, information is in the description box. If you can join us, fantastic. We would love to have you. If you want to just try it out for a month, you can do that too. And if the messages resonate and they serve you well, you can continue to stay with us. If you feel like it's not for you, you can cancel your subscription at any time. But if for some reason you feel like you can't join at this time, or maybe you can't financially afford it, that's quite all right. I understand, and trust that Source already knew that, and that you will continue to receive all the messages you need to receive from the free subscriber readings. And I will continue to do those 36 readings for you every week. So that is what I have for you, my dear. Be bold, be brave, and again, just use the first 2 weeks here to just acquire some information about how you can move forward, so you can, I don't know, release whatever this is that you're holding on to that's no longer serving you. That is what I have for you. If you like those messages and they resonate with you, please be sure to click like, share, comment, subscribe. And so I read for you again, my love. I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Sagittarius. I hope that you're doing well. Let's take a look now. Your angel messages for the first 2 weeks of February 2026. Angel number, holy Jesus, 000. Universe abundance. Universe abundance. The universe abundantly supports you. Geez, that's like triple Fool card energy, right? The force of love is around. This number enhances all attributes of other cards you draw today, creating a powerful connection between you and your angels. I don't think I've ever received this card in this deck. Beautiful. This is a really beautiful message. So this number enhances all attributes of other cards you draw today, creating a powerful connection between you and your angels. Visualize the power of the universe flowing into your being and envision your own creative forces amping up to meet them. Draw another card, knowing that the next message will be amplified by this energy. Okay, we're going to draw another card. You're the only sign getting two cards this week. 208, gratitude everywhere. Challenge yourself to be thankful. There's always something to be grateful for, no matter how dire the present circumstances may seem. Your angels challenge you to focus on gratitude. Out loud right now, recite a list of what you are grateful for today. Nothing is too inconsequential to include. So I almost feel like the universe is like triple dog daring you here with the 000 to find some gratitude in your life today. Okay, message from Archangel Michael. No, it is not yet time. Card number 20. This is not the divine right time to take action. Please be patient. The opportune moment is approaching, okay? And your Moonology card here, the energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. So there's something here that you want to do. It's not yet time for you to do it. The energy is gaining momentum. You'll be able to do it soon. You'll be able to move in this new direction or on this new path soon. But in the meantime, because your universal abundance is coming, okay, it's not coming today, but it's coming. So in the meantime, there's something here about just be grateful for what you have and know that what you want is coming in. Beautiful message here for the Sagittarius Collective, because y'all have been going through it. Really have been going through it with one particular person in your life. Who that is different for all of you, but man, the collective has really been going through it. So let's get you 3 cards and see where we're going with this message. Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Tell me more about this here for Sagittarius. Thank you. Let's get one more shuffle. Thank you. Let's look at that card that fell out. All right, Saggies. You have the 2 of Wands, but the way it fell on the floor, it was upside down, and I'm going to take it as upside down. 2 of Wands in the reverse. The 8 of Cups and the Knight of Swords. Bottom of the deck, 4 of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Wheel of Fortune. I just heard stay put. Just stay put. The opportune time to move forward is coming. You've already made your decision that you're moving on from a situation, environment, or connection. 2 of Wands in the reverse to the 8 of Cups. You're no longer in indecision. You now know the path that you're taking your life. Okay, the energy is gaining momentum. Knight of Swords. So in the meantime, just stay. Something here about staying put. Okay, clarify this decision. Yeah, it's not yet ready to, change a job or living situation or move on from this person or whatever it is here that you're doing, because you are in pursuit now of your 9 of Cups, which you wholeheartedly deserve, and it's coming to you, okay, like times 3. What you want is coming to you. Tell me about that 2 of Wands in the reverse. The decision is made. You're no longer confused. You know the direction you're taking your life in. Some of you have really been struggling with this. One more shuffle here. Thank you. But you figured it out. Page of Swords. The Empress. Oh, hell did you ever. And the 4 of Pentacles. Just stay put for now. Okay? So I'm not telling you if you're in an abusive situation to tolerate or put up with it. That's not at all what this message is saying. But what it is saying is, let's say this is a job for you. You're currently at a job. You don't like it. It's come up in your readings. Maybe something toxic is happening at the job location, okay? The job you want is on its way to you. Source has got to move around some chess pieces. There's someone currently occupying the position that is meant for you. That person now needs to have things change in their life in order for them to vacate that position. So it's created for you. So they get pregnant, they go on maternity leave, they find another job, they retire, maybe they get fired. I don't know what's going to happen to them. That's part of their life's journey. And this is just an example I'm giving you. So It's telling you don't quit your job right now. It might be a little toxic. You got to take it on the chin. You have to deal with people you don't necessarily like anymore, but just kind of stay put because things are being moved around for you. In the meantime, be grateful that you have a job. As shitty as it is, be grateful that you have it. Be grateful you have a roof over your head, or that it enables you to put food on the table, okay? In the right time, this job is going to come in, and then you're going to be able to give this job notice, okay? Or maybe you are with someone who is toxic. And by toxic, I mean, maybe you're living with a family member or a spouse or a significant other. And I don't know, maybe they cheat on you. Maybe they're erratic. Maybe the relationship has gone stale and cold or something like that. This is time, this is the, again, as long provided it's not abusive, okay? But this would be the moment for you to like work on your financial resources, dot your I's, cross your T's, figure out where you're going to live when you leave them. I just feel like this is like a staging ground for you to prepare for the next chapter. So don't be so quick to leave behind whomever, whatever this is. You've already made the decision to do it. Bravo to you. And Source is saying, just stay put a little bit longer. There's something coming that you can't see that's going to provide you with the next step. So the job you want comes in, a living situation comes up, there's a work opportunity that you'll have, and you can use that to say, okay, I'm gonna take this work opportunity. It means that I'm relocating. That could be another excuse or reason you use to leave this person behind or this family or whatever's happening here. So you've made the decision to move in a new direction. Just stay put for now. Okay, it's not yet time. Why is it not yet time? Let's get a little bit more on that. Why is it not yet time? Why is it not yet time? One more shuffle here. The opportune moment is approaching. Two of Cups. You have a new soulmate on path, okay? Hierophant and the Knight of Cups. So you claim that person how you want. The job, the friend, the landlord, the realtor, you know, I don't know, the new lover. So you have someone coming in. Remember what I was saying about the chess pieces? There are some chess pieces here that have to be moved around. So the person who, I almost feel like there's someone coming in is going to be a little bit of a catalyst, meaning they're going to help you. So like I was saying, it's the landlord, it's the realtor, it's the new boss providing you with a new job opportunity. If you're single, this could be a new love partner, okay? So again, there's a situation, environment, or connection you're dealing with. You've already made up your mind that you're going to move on from it. And Source is saying just use this time right now as a staging ground to create either to collect data or to start like saving money in the Four of Pentacles. There's something here like just stay put for now and work on little things that you can work on behind the scenes to prepare you for the next step. And you have a new soulmate here being put on path who's going to then help you move forward from this. Knight of Swords, the energy is gaining momentum. You have this new person coming in, Sag. Again, you claim that person however you need it to be, a financial advisor, an attorney, I don't know, but you have someone new here on path. They're solid, they're structured, they're steady, and they're going to give you an opportunity to move on from whomever, whatever this is, or give you the leg up. Okay, give you the assistance that you need. Tell me about this Knight of Swords coming in. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Knight of Swords is clarified by the Queen of Wands. The Ace of Pentacles, there's your new opportunity, and the Eight of Wands. It is coming in, okay? So if you feel a little delayed, oh, I can't wait till I'll leave this person, but I don't have enough money. Financial opportunities coming. I really want to leave this freaking job. I keep putting out my resumes and no one is hiring me. The job you need is coming. Okay. I wrote this manuscript and I think it's amazing, but I can't find anyone to buy the rights to it or publish it or turn it into a movie or whatever. The right person is coming. Chess pieces are getting moved around. Just because you don't see anything happening here in the 3D does not mean it's not happening in the 5D. Someone watching needs to hear this, like, hold on, hang on, like help is coming, it's on the way. In the meantime, because the abundance you want is coming threefold, okay? In the meantime, just practice gratitude for what you have and who you are. Anything else Sagittarius needs to know about this Ace of Pentacles, this new opportunity is coming right towards you, right towards you. Yeah, like if this is a difficult living situation, it could be for some of you, and you're like, I don't know, I keep, trying to buy my own house and nobody's accepting the offer. The right person here is going to accept the offer, or the right landlord is going to provide you with the lease that you need. So help is coming, okay? Anything else Sagittarius needs to know about the Ace of Pentacles, this opportunity? One more shuffle. Thank you. And between now and then, which I think is only going to be a couple of weeks, challenge yourself to be thankful for where you're at, and also for the opportunity that's coming in. That will enable you to move your life forward. The Tower, I'm telling you when you don't see it coming. The Four of Cups and the World card. And that is your out to close that out. That is your out. Nine of Cups. Oh my God, it's like your wish fulfilled. Like your wishes here will be fulfilled. So you have a new exciting opportunity coming in. Let's see if we can get you timing. we get timing for when this is coming in for Sagittarius? Not every card in Tarot's timing. Let's see what we get. If I have to pull the timing deck there, I will. Timing when this is coming in. One more shuffle. Thank you. Timing. Six of Pentacles. That's not a timing card for me. Bottom of the deck, Sun card. Could be Leo season, but I don't feel like it's that far off. Can we get timing for Sagittarius? Timing for when this new opportunity comes in here for the Sagittarius collective. Timing for when this new opportunity comes in. Okay, for the Sagittarius collective. In the future, can we get a little bit more, a little clearer now? When is this coming in? Oh, this week. Holy crap. Okay, so for some of you, you have an opportunity coming in this week. At the bottom of the deck says, not too late to make changes and stop trying to control the timing. So it is coming in divine timing. Again, may not be happening today, may not be happening this week. I mean, for some of you, it literally is happening this week, okay? For others of you, in the near future, but it is coming in. So whether it's coming in 1 week from now or 1 month from now, Source just wants you to focus on, I keep hearing this is the, I don't know, this is like the, what are you supposed to do here? As we're getting a little deep now on this message. But this is the grounding stage. You're supposed to use this time to save money or collect data or information. Or like I said, get your applications out there. Get some more information. Collect some more information. Stay put and collect some more information. Did I get that right? Stay put and collect some more information. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Yeah, Page of Cups. The Seven of Wands and the Magician. Yeah, bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups. Absolutely. So again, use this time until this person comes in, or this person coming in here for you. And could be a Taurus, doesn't have to be. But whoever this person is that is coming in to provide you with this opportunity, between now and then, just acquire information. Again, if this is a relocation, if this is a new job, get your applications, get your resumes ready, get them out there, actively start working on your manifestation, whatever it is here that you're creating. And I keep hearing this is like the staging ground. I hope that's making sense for someone watching. So this is coming in. In the meantime, be grateful for who you are and where you are and what you have in your life. I feel like gratitude will help this come in a little quicker. Bottom of the deck, the Devil. I think you're leaving a situation, environment, or connection that's toxic. We've been seeing that in your readings. Or it could just be a career path you're no longer aligned with. 3 cards of advice here for the Sagittarius collective. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Okay. Your advice, my dear. King of Wands, that's you. Being bold, being brave. The Nine of Cups. Oh, and the World card. I'm telling you, you have an opportunity coming in. So, your advice right now. Your advice right now is to be a visionary, to think about your future, to collect the information, the data, the money, the resources that you need for this new beginning. For these 9 cups that are coming your way. This comfort, this happiness, this satisfaction that is headed your way. For right now, just collect the data or save your money. Again, I feel like that's very specific for those of you where you're looking to move or relocate. The time to take action, to move forward, to officially close this out is coming. A new chapter of your life here will be occurring, and you have a new soulmate here being put on path. So what do you have to do in the next 2 weeks? Just stay focused on your 9 of Cups and be grateful also for what it is that you currently have in your life. Okay? Again, I feel like being grateful and maybe writing a gratitude list at the end of the day of like 3 or 5 things that happened today that you're grateful for or grateful about or grateful that you received, something like that. I think even creating that daily gratitude list at the end of the day, and it could just be like, happy that I woke up today, happy I had a warm meal to eat, you know, whatever it is, happy I was able to walk outside, although I wouldn't do it here. It's like 20 below at night, but you know what I mean. I think this will expedite this new opportunity coming in. So practice gratitude for the next 2 weeks and watch this miracle here unfold with this new soulmate now who's now on path for you. That is what I have for you, Sagittarius, for the first 2 weeks of February 2026. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, Please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And don't forget to check out the description box to find out how you can become a time traveler. I release 48 exclusive videos every month for members of the Time Travelers program. So if you can join us over there, that's fantastic. If you can't, that's okay. If you want to try it out for a month, you can do that too. It's a monthly subscription-based program. So if at some point in time you feel like it's just not for you or the messages aren't resonating, then you're welcome to cancel and go on your merry way. If it's something that you can't do now or you can't afford, that's okay. Trust the source already knew that, and that you received all of the information that you needed to receive at this time via this free reading. So that is what I have for you, my dear. Practice gratitude and watch this new soulmate come on path here and help you get out of a situation that's just no longer serving you. You're on to bigger and better things. That is what I have for you, Sagittarius. As always, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Capricorn. I hope that you're doing well. Let's take a look now at your angel messages for the first 2 weeks of February 2026. Angel number 242, power. You are very capable. Become aware of the power of your thoughts and words. Your angels want you to know that your mental state reflects in every relationship, opportunity, and environment you end up in. Be an impartial observer of all your thoughts and self-talk today. Your angels are listening. Message from Archangel Michael. You are protected. Card number 39. You are safe within my bubble of light, and you can proceed with confidence. And your Moonology card here. Your commitment is being tested, first quarter moon. I think your commitment to yourself is being tested or is about to be tested. Okay, tell me more about this here for the Capricorn collective. You are very capable. Become aware of the power of your thoughts and words. Okay. Why is this Capricorn's message? Oh, don't repeat something from the past, the way that card just went over. Okay, you're about to be challenged or tested. Oh, your commitment is being tested. You're about to be tested. Okay, tell me more about this here for the Capricorn collective. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Tower. Oh, yeah. 5 of Wands and the 9 of Cups. How are you going to cope? How are you going to deal? How are you going to respond? Will you be able to keep yourself steady in the face of conflict? Now, this could be anything. This could be like you're doom scrolling and you're tempted to engage in an online argument with people over something that's happening in the world, or, political beliefs, or, differing religious beliefs, or whatever it is here. It could be confrontation with a friend, a family member, a lover. It could be confrontation at work, clients, coworkers, employees, employer. The Tower. Tell me about the Tower. Tell me about the Tower. Yeah, your commitment to yourself is about to be tested. Like, did you learn the lesson of the past? You're going to have to speak up for yourself, but you're going to need to do it in a very cool and calm way. Okay, one more shuffle here. Thank you. The Tower, clarified by the Knight of Swords. Cool and calm. 8 of Wands. 2 cards came out. 3 of Swords and the 6 of Wands. Okay, so there's a confrontation here coming up. This is a predictive reading, so for most of you, first 2 weeks of February. Okay, I was going to say Queen of Swords. I should have said it before I saw the card. And there's going to be a need here for you to respond in a way that is, I love her, the Queen of Brevity. It's my queen. It's the air queen, right? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. And this is someone who can say a lot with very few words. They don't mince words. It's not someone who's rude. It's someone who's to the point. It's someone who doesn't need an hour to say no or to explain their position on something. It's not the individual who's going to send a 9-paragraph text. Brevity is her superpower. And you could be masculine or feminine. But there's communication coming in. It's not going to be exactly what you want to hear. There's a possibility here that you can get enraged and angry, okay? Because, again, it's not going to feel very good, whatever it is you're hearing. And it could just be, we need another week to review your application, And you could just be like, I've already been waiting 4 months on you people, There's just something like that here at play. So the communication comes in. It's not exactly what you want to hear. And you have the ability, though, to respond in a way that will leave you in a seat of power. And your card here is card number 242, power. Okay, so I would expect information communication, possible confrontation, okay, with someone. But the way you respond, it can come from a place of power and authority, like the Queen of Swords, or it can come across as clunky and juvenile, like a Page of Swords. So how you respond will be critical, your commitment to this new lesson that you've learned, how to communicate, how to not ignore the red flags, how to say what you're feeling when you're feeling it, how not to suppress it. Okay, so your response here needs to be short and in a manner that does not disturb your emotional happiness. Five of Wands. Tell me more about the conflict. Again, could be online arguing, a dispute with a neighbor, a friend, a family member, a lover. It's going to be a test. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Five of Wands clarified by the Eight of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Five of Cups. Bottom of deck, Ten of Wands. Okay, so there's a conflict here happening. I don't want to keep repeating myself. I would expect information, communication, an opportunity to have a discussion, which has the potential, everything's a potential here, okay, has the potential to go a little off the rails. And you can take this conversation, this disagreement, in one or two directions. You can blow it the F up and flip the table over and curse out this person. In that respect, I don't really think that you learned the lesson of the past. Because the lesson of the past was Capricorn has the power and the capability to state what they want and what they don't want and what they expect and what they don't expect out of a particular situation, environment, or connection. And they could do it effectively in a very cool and emotionally balanced way. They don't need to suppress it. They don't need to react like a volcano bursting because they've kept everything in for so long. No, this does not please me. Remember when you said ABC? This is how it made me feel. There's something like that. So you're going to be tested. And there's a couple of different ways this can go. You can completely shut down, which I don't recommend you do, and just say, okay, I'm going to bite my tongue because I don't want to argue. I'm going to revert right back, right? I didn't learn my lesson. I'm going to revert right back and be a people pleaser and not say anything. And all that's going to do is bottle up, the anger within you or the resentment. And the next thing you know, they don't empty out the dishwasher or they leave the cap off the toothpaste bottle and your mother effing them at 7 a.m. in the morning. And it has nothing to do with either of those things, right? It's just you're suppressing and oppressing your feelings about something that transpired. So I would recommend that you don't do that. Like, don't stay silent and do nothing. Eight of Swords, don't do that to yourself. You don't have to get all fired up. You don't have to get all fired up either. There's a way for you to very civilly walk away from whatever this is by just speaking your piece or calling it out and leaving it be, letting it sit. Nine of Cups. You are capable of doing this, okay? So I would expect to be tested. And you are capable of calling out whatever this is or responding in a very emotionally balanced way with very few words. Tell me about the Nine of Cups. Tell me about the Nine of Cups here. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Nine of Cups. The World card, because you learned that lesson. The Devil, there you are. The Five of Pentacles. You can do this. You absolutely can do this. So when you're tested and there's an argument online or argument with a friend or disagreement with your romantic partner or something's happening at work that you don't like or you went on a new date and something rubbed you the wrong way, be able to clearly and effectively communicate it and then let it go. You don't have to rehash it. You don't have to engage in a fight. You don't have to send a 9-paragraph text. Just address it calmly, rationally, and the universe is going to come in and go, holy shit, you learned your lesson. We tested you and you passed. And yeah, does it suck that it's a test? Yep. But you're going to pass it. You're going to abandon the old way that you communicated, whether that was suppression or blowing up at the person, or not saying anything, people pleasing, like whatever it is for you. I see you here abandoning it. I think your commitment here is going to be tested to you, and you're going to stand in your power. All right. If you're the cross watcher here, I would watch out. I would watch out. Okay, you're going to have to drop me some comments over the course of the next 2 to 3 weeks. Pin this video so you can come back and let me know what this was and how you handled it. 3 cards of advice here for the Capricorn Collective. One more shuffle. Thank you. Your advice, Page of Swords. When you get that information, communication, ability here to talk or whatever, 6 of Pentacles to the 8 of Pentacles. You've already mastered this skill. 7 of Swords, don't sabotage yourself. Don't sabotage yourself by not saying anything, by suppressing it, by turning a blind eye, by sticking your head in the sand, or by, erupting like a volcano. Real power is being able to effectively communicate in 5 words. Not 5 words, but you know what I mean. So brevity will be key. So your advice here, when you receive this communication, give very little of your pentacle resources, time, love, money, energy. Give very little to it, okay? And that's how you will know that you have mastered this skill. The skill of communicating from an empowered position from a more mature, from a more enlightened position. I feel like getting you 3 more cards on this. You're going to be really proud of yourself afterwards on how you handle this. Anything else they need to know? Anything else they need to know? Let's get you 1 more shuffle here. Okay. Oh, 7 of Swords wants to show itself again. Yeah, this has the potential to be a real argument. Okay, I don't believe it's going to turn into that. I don't think you're going to allow it to turn into that. You're a different person now. You have learned from the past. You're not going to keep your mouth shut. You're not going to suppress it. You're not going to put your head in the sand. You're going to stand in your power. You know your truth. You know what you want. You know what you expect. I think you're going to call it out, and I think you're going to do it from a seat of power. You are sitting here in pre-Empress energy. Whatever this lesson is, once you pass this test, you will enter the state of Empress or Emperor for this particular lesson. You will have mastered it. So yeah, you are about to be tested in the course of the next 2 weeks. So don't get sucked into any arguments. Stand back and go, what did I learn the last time this happened? And how am I supposed to now respond now that I have a higher perspective? And I think you're going to respond accordingly. Absolutely. That is what I have for you, Capricorn. Those are your messages for the first 2 weeks of February 2026. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And don't forget to check out the description box to find out how you can become a time traveler. I release 48 exclusive videos every month for members of the Time Travelers program. So if you're interested in joining us, we'd love to see you over there. If you just want to try it out for a month, you can do that too. If the messages resonate, you're welcome to stay. If they don't, you're welcome to leave. If you can't afford it, or it's just not something that you want to do right now, that's quite all right. Trust the source already knew that, and that you are receiving all of the information you need to receive at this time through the free 36 readings that I release every week for all 12 zodiac signs. So that is what I have for you. And until I read for you again, I have faith that you can do this. I absolutely do. So I read for you again, my dear. I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Aquarius. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. If you're celebrating your birthday in the next 2 weeks, I'd like to wish you a very happy birthday. Let's take a look now at your angel messages for the first 2 weeks of February 2026. We have angel number 662, the big picture. Make choices that reflect the main goal. Your angels ask that instead of focusing on the little things that can distract you and create negativity, you shift your focus to the big picture today. Your angels remind you that when you keep that image in mind, each choice you make will be in favor of what you ultimately want. Reflect upon your main goal now. Write it on a piece of paper and put the paper somewhere that you will see it constantly, such as beside the bathroom mirror. Okay. Message now from Archangel Michael. You're ready for more. Card number 40. Whoa. Your career is growing. Now, this could be any connection as well as a general collective reading. So you have a connection here in your life that is growing and blossoming, or just you in general. You're growing and blossoming. And now is the time to make the changes that you have been contemplating. So look at the big picture here, Aquarius, and your Moonology card here for the week. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. Okay. So make choices that reflect the main goal. What is your main goal in career and finance and love and romance, in your current living situation, or in any other aspect of your life? You are growing, I feel, and blossoming as an individual. And it's time for you to create a plan, create a goal, and create a practical plan then on how to achieve that goal. Tell me more about this here for the Aquarius Collective. By the way, if you're celebrating your birthday in the first 2 weeks of February, I'd like to wish you a very happy birthday. Tell me more about this here for the Aquarius Collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The 10 of Cups. Is that your main goal? Ultimate emotional contentment or fulfillment in some aspect or area of your life. 7 of Cups. And the Page of Pentacles. So this is what you're truly desiring. These are the many different pathways that you can obtain or achieve that goal. So it's time for you to select one, select a particular path, and then create a realistic plan on how to achieve it. Bottom of the deck, 4 of Pentacles. Don't stay stuck or stagnant. So let's say this message is in regard to career and finance. You're at a job you don't like, or maybe you just lost a job. What is your ultimate job in whatever industry that you're in? Or think outside of the box. Maybe this is your opportunity to venture out and explore another industry or another career, or maybe another type of position. So it's asking you, what is that main goal? If this is in relationship, what do you want for your current partnership? Or what does your ideal partnership look like? Friendship, romantic partnership, again, whatever this is. There are many different avenues and pathways that you can take at this present moment. I feel like you need to choose one, select one, and then create the practical plan. So I'd say it's in career and finance. You've been in banking your entire life. You just lost your job, or you're contemplating leaving it because you're no longer happy. What does the happy job look like to you? What position could you do, or what job could you do every day that you could leave at the end of the day and feel, I feel emotionally content or emotionally satisfied with the work that I produced today? So I think this is your main thing. I think for some of you, you have already figured this out. Some of you, you haven't. So it's like, figure it out. Well, there's a lot of different ways that you can then create that. And the Page of Pentacles is saying now you create that path or plan. So you start looking at what are the different companies in that particular field. You start researching what skills do you need to acquire that particular job. Tell me more about this Ten of Cups. For some of you, it's in respect to partnerships or relationships. One more shuffle here. Okay, so the big picture here. The Seven of Wands. Don't say small. Knight of Swords. Yeah, and the Three of Pentacles. Don't say small. You know, it's, well, I've been in this career path for 30 years. I can't change now. Why not? You know, I've been in this relationship for 20 years, but I'm not happy. Maybe something happened here. I don't know. Maybe it's no longer the Ten of Cups and you're contemplating moving on from it. There's a feeling that I get here, and I don't know why this is. I have two specific groups of you. Group one, you know what that Ten of Cups looks like, and you know in what area of your life that pertains to. But you are resisting moving forward towards it for some unknown reason. I don't know, comfort zone, fear, whatever it is, different for all of you. What will the people say? What will the neighbors think? And then I have another group of you. Something here has changed in your life. It now has opened up these multiple avenues. Source is saying before you take another step, figure out what the Ten of Cups is for you in regards to whatever it is that you're moving towards, a new job, a new living situation, a new relationship. So I have two distinct groups of you. Group one, you know what the Ten of Cups is, but you've been holding yourself back moving towards it. And others of you, you have an opportunity now to create the Ten of Cups. Either way, both of you, both groups, you're ready for more. You don't have to hold yourself back. You don't have to stay in a comfort zone. You don't have to stay small. Think outside of the box. Big picture. What do you want to do with the next chapter of your life? Seven of Cups. Tell me about the Seven of Cups. And it doesn't have to remain a fantasy. You can make it a reality, whatever this is, provided you create the path or plan. And it needs to be practical in nature. You can't just say, I'm quitting my job of 30 years as an accountant and I'm going to become a sous chef. You need to create a practical plan. What skills do you need to acquire in order to become a sous chef? But again, it's achievable, provided you create that plan. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Seven of Cups, clarified. Four of Pentacles. Don't stay stuck and stagnant. Six of Pentacles and the Star. Oh my God, I love this for you. So yeah, don't stay stuck in a comfort zone or this is what I've always done. If you have an opportunity now to expand in terms of career and finance, think big. What would you like to do? What is the next job you would like to have? If you're thinking about launching your own business, create a practical plan to do that. It doesn't have to stay as some lofty dream out there in the ethers that you never pursue. If you want to move towards a particular love partner, create the path or the plan to do that. Whatever that looks like, reconciliation, therapy, creating a plan how to take the relationship to a higher level of commitment. Maybe you're single. This is like you need a practical plan. Do you want a love partner? You do, but you're holding yourself back. Why? Create the practical plan. How will you find the ideal mate? A dating website, a dating app, getting out there into the 3D world, joining a community group so you can meet like-minded individuals. Again, whatever this dream here is for you, whether you have identified it or not, you're ready for it. All you have to do is create a plan to get there. Tell me about this plan. The Page of Pentacles. Tell me about the plan. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Page of Pentacles, clarified by the King of Swords. There you are, whether you're masculine or feminine. Three of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, the Magician. So you have endured a heartbreak here or some kind of emotional setback. Could be financial as well. Three of Swords to the Knight of Pentacles. So again, maybe you lost a relationship. Maybe you lost a job. Maybe you're at a job you don't like. Maybe you're at a job that doesn't pay you adequately. Maybe you're in a relationship you're just no longer happy, and maybe there is a third-party situation. That's possible for one of you watching. You can achieve the desired result here that you want. You don't have to leave this dream on a shelf. But you also can't just wish it into being. You have to take actionable steps in order to bring it to life. So in other words, I'm an Aquarius rising. I desperately want to relocate. My person knows this. We've talked about it extensively. That's my dream, wish, or goal. I'm currently living in a community, in a state, And it's not that I don't like the community. I mean, it's all right. I don't particularly like the neighborhood. And the state is okay. Most, you know, I live in the state of New Jersey. But as someone who's in their 50s and I'm looking towards retirement, this is not the ideal place for me to retire. It's unaffordable for me as it is, and it will become increasingly unaffordable for me as the years go on and I lose the ability to work, or you never know what happens as you get older. So I'm sitting here as a Gemini thinking all of those different things, right? I don't want to shovel snow. I don't want to deal with the cold weather. It's becoming increasingly financially detrimental, actually, to be quite honest with you, for me to continue living in this state. It's a great state if you're younger. I think as you're older, it's not an ideal state. At least it's not for me. And so I've been desiring to move, okay? But I need a practical plan. I can't just hope and dream that the location I want, you know, some realtor that's never heard of me is going to call me and be like, hey, Jen, guess what? I'm calling you from so-and-so realtor in this city, in this state. We want you to come move here. Come on, like I could dream and wish and hope for this all that I want. But if I don't start applying myself to doing like the investigative research work and narrowing down the type of, even what region of the world I want to be in or what region in the country I want to relocate, if I don't start collecting the data about the different towns and amenities and looking at the cost comparison and, you know, the crime statistics and all of that stuff that goes into relocating, if I don't start doing that, this is the dream of me relocating is just going to sit on a shelf. So I think Source is saying, look at the bigger picture. Whatever this is, and again, I'm just going to use myself as an example, not making this about me. I'm just trying to use a real world example so you can apply it to your life, to this big decision that you have to make. Don't hold yourself back from doing this. Again, doesn't mean you have to pack up your bags and move tomorrow. But you could start looking at the different options and choices. Where would you like to relocate? Where would you like to move? You don't have to stay in the same place just because it's a comfort zone, just because I could theoretically drive the streets of this town with my eyes closed because I know the town like the back of my hand. Doesn't mean I have to stay here. And it doesn't mean that I have to, again, it doesn't mean I have to move tomorrow. But I do have to start investing some pentacle resource towards making that dream a reality, the dream of relocation of reality. And so I have to create a practical plan here because I know my logical mind is telling me that is a financial hardship for me to continue staying here. And I can't just hope and dream for it, because if I hope and dream for it, it's never going to come. Page of Wands, I need to take the inspired action to start doing the research. Same thing if this is work related. You're at a job you don't particularly like. It's not telling you to quit your job tomorrow, but it's saying don't hold yourself back from investing some real pentacle resources into finding another job. Particularly if you're at a job that is emotionally depleting you or not financially paying you. And again, it's not telling you to quit your job tomorrow, but it's telling you you have so many other employment options out there. Don't settle for one, and don't keep yourself small by saying, I have to do this position or I have to stay in this industry. Think outside of the box. I think that's all this is telling you. Same thing if this is a relationship. You want the 10 of Cups. You want long-term emotional contentment. You're a single Aquarius. Don't keep yourself small. Well, I've only met people on dating apps. Well, think outside of the box. Do you need a dating profile? Do you need to get out there into the world? Do you need to join a community group so you can meet, you know, like-minded people? The pathway to get to wherever it is that you want to go here, it's available to you. But you need to invest some pentacle resources into creating that practical plan. You can't just chalk it up to, you know, the universe and expect them to move around all the chess pieces. It's going to require you to put a little effort into this. Anything else Aquarius needs to know? I get this feeling of third party in the Aquarius collective. I've been feeling this for a while. I'm just going to throw this out there. Let's say you are currently in a connection. You're not happy with it. You feel alone. You're not open to working on the connection. You sort of have either friend-zoned your partner or they have friend-zoned you. It's telling you you don't have to stay stuck and stagnant, whether you have another person waiting in the wings or not. You don't have to stay stuck in a connection that you're no longer happy in, that's no longer reciprocal in nature. So create a plan to extricate yourself from this connection. Again, doesn't mean you have to file for a divorce tomorrow or end the relationship or move out tomorrow, but you need a practical plan so you can move forward. And does it require you to find another place to live? Do you need to save money? You know, do you need to contemplate divorce? Sometimes in a relationship reading, when I've done the private readings, I haven't done them in a while. I just simply don't have time for them. But sometimes in those types of readings, the King of Swords comes out as a divorce attorney. So is there an attorney that you need to talk to? Again, or a financial advisor. If you're looking to relocate, is there a realtor that you can connect with? But I think sitting on the sidelines and doing nothing or playing it small, I don't think it gets you to the 10 of Cups for whatever this particular thing here is that you're desiring. And yes, for some of you, this is talking about you leaving one person for another. Can I get 3 more cards here on creating this path or this plan? One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Fool. There's your new beginning. The Queen of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. Oh my God, 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. Like, what are you waiting for? So we see the 5 of Swords, this internal conflict or discord within you about ending something here in your life. I knew you weren't happy with whatever this is. You're sitting in the 4 of Cup energy. And again, we have the Page of Wands. So again, you don't have to end whatever this is, or you don't have to make any quick decisions in the course of the next 2 weeks. All you have to do is inquire. How do you get to your 9 of Cups? Because you're currently sitting in something that is the 4 of Cups. And if I'm speaking to an Aquarius where you've recently lost your job, or maybe you know, they've given you notice, or the contract is up or something like that, don't play it small. Think outside the box about different industries or different job positions. Like, this is your moment to change your career path. So dream big. Don't stay small on whatever this is. And if you're a single Aquarius and you're thinking about getting out there into the world, there's a lot of different ways for you to meet new people, whether that's new friends or new lovers even, you know, or lover, preferably one, please. It'll make the readings easier for me. But anyway, whatever, you know, whoever it is here that you're desiring, there are a lot of different ways that you can meet people. You don't have to just, you know, continue going on the same dating profile or going to the same library at 3 o'clock. They still have libraries? I think they do. Yes, they do. But you know what I mean? Going to the same place. Well, this is where I've always met everyone I've dated. Well, clearly it hasn't worked. So again, big picture here. Think outside the box. Where else can you go to meet people? This is all this is saying to you. Your 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles is out there waiting for you. You can stay small. You can stay where you're at or keep doing the same thing you've always done. Or you can just get a little inquisitive. That's all. You don't have to, again, make any huge, big decisions in the next 2 weeks. Just inquire. Create that practical plan. That's Virgo energy. And a high-vibing Virgo is creating structure and a plan and strategy on how they can move forward and have a new beginning. And yeah, for some of you, it's in love. For some of you, it's in career and finance. For some of you, it could be relocation. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. But you're ready for more. Wherever you're at or whatever you've been doing isn't working. It's not working. Because if it was working, if I could get the words out of my mouth, if it was working, we would have an entirely different message here coming through for you. So it's not working, but you have the opportunity to change it. Your advice card. I'm going to take it. It's in the upright. It's the Justice card. Justice, fairness. But it also talks about cause and effect. And that's what I was saying. If you don't put any pentacle resources into the dream, wish, the goal, it's not going to become a reality. You can't pray just for this to magically appear. It's a cause and effect. The more effort you put in, or the more expansive your mindset is here, or the more practical your plan is, the more likely you're going to achieve the desired result. 2 more. Thank you. You have the Death card. Yeah. Transforming your life and ending for a new beginning. 1 more shuffle here. Thank you. I feel like just think outside the box. Tower. 3 major arcana cards there. This is your advice. 10 of Cups. It's the first card that came out. So what can you do in the next 2 weeks when it comes to creating a plan so you can radically transform your life and move towards the desired outcome that you've always wanted? That's what you need to contemplate for the next 2 weeks. Or you can just keep doing what you've been doing and nothing will change here. But if you want to be a little brave and be a little bold, I have no doubt that you are fully capable of doing that, then utilize the next 2 weeks in a very balanced way to just start exploring different pathways and different ideas and start creating a plan on how you can get out from wherever you're at, or how you can move on from wherever you're at and achieve the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles, because it is literally out there waiting for you. Virgo energy there. Yeah, high vibing Virgo. Create the path, the plan, and the structure, and what you want will be yours. But whatever this wish or dream or goal here is, it won't magically come to you. So create the plan and strategize. And I think if you put a little bit of effort into it, you're going to watch some miracles unfold for you. That is what I have for you, my dear. Those are your angel messages for the first 2 weeks of February. Again, if you're celebrating your birthday in the first 2 weeks, I'd like to wish you a very happy birthday. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, Please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. Don't forget to check out the description box to find out how you can be a time traveler. I release 48 exclusive readings for members of the Time Travelers program. So if you want to check it out, you're more than welcome to join us. If you're not sure if it works for you, you can always try it out for a month. You can cancel the subscription and just see for the next month. If you like it, you can renew. If not, that's okay. If you can't afford it, or it's something that you just don't want to do at this time, trust that Source already knew that, and that you have received and will continue to receive all the messages that you need in the general collective readings. And I do issue 36 of them every week. So that is what I have for you, my dear. Good luck with this. Figure out what you want your future to look like and start just discovering ways on how you can make that a reality. And that's exactly what it will become, is a reality. That's what I have for you, my dear. I am, as always, sending you light, love, and peace. Hello, Pisces. How are you doing? Let's take a look now at your angel messages for the first 2 weeks of February 2026. 433, angels oversee. Ask for help. You may have been feeling lost as to which direction to go in life lately. Your angels acknowledge this and ask you to put your faith in them. Write down the decisions you've been putting off, and then ask your angels for divine guidance about how to proceed forward. Draw another card while asking for insight into your next steps. Maybe some of you have some Sagittarius in your chart, because Sagittarius was another sign that the card asked to draw a second card. So let's draw a second card here for you. Wow. 777, face fear. Trust the divine. Ask for help. Trust the divine. Your angels are asking you to release the fear of the unknown, trust the universe, and give up your control over what's going to happen next. They're telling you not to fear the future, but rather to embrace it with faith that it's all working out in your best interest. It is perfect in design, brought to you by the most trusted guides. Go into an easy sitting position with your hands upturned on your knees for a few moments as you honor your faith in your future. This has been coming up in the Pisces Collective. You are on the precipice of a new beginning. Some of you are afraid of that new beginning. You don't know what life is going to look like, single, married, relocated, getting back out into the dating world, moving to another place, changing jobs. Message from Archangel Michael. Make a decision, okay? So we have a theme running here. Card number 19. Are you choosing to prioritize yourself or another in the situation? Accept divine guidance pointing you toward your own joy. You deserve it. What do you want your next chapter to look like? And don't be afraid of it. Once you decide what you want the next to look like, okay, next living situation, relationship, job, whatever it is. Once you figure it out, just all you have to do is say, okay, God, Jesus, Muhammad, whoever, whatever you believe in. I now know what I want the next chapter of my life to look like, or next job, next relationship, whatever. Please give me the guidance I need, or please give me the help I need to get me there. So once you make the decision, now you can speak it. And I always say you need to communicate with them. So I would communicate through prayer or whatever. It doesn't have to be anything formal. This is your connection to Source. And you can freely communicate with it or with them at any time. So make a decision. What do you want the next chapter of your life to look like? And then ask for some divine guidance. And it'll come to you. It's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. So you need to release the fears and the doubts and the anxieties in your life that you're currently experiencing because of this transformation, right? Scorpio's transformation. So don't be afraid of the new beginning. Don't be afraid of whatever's ending or closing out. Whatever's ending or closing out or transforming is meant to be. It's meant to happen. Release the fear or maybe even resentment that you're holding on to because of this change, because of this transformation. Instead, focus on the future. What do you want it to look like? Release the negativity and the fear. Face the fear. Make a decision, and then ask for help on how to make that decision a reality. And I feel from there, help comes to you. Tell me more about this here for the Pisces Collective. The Fool. Can't make it up. I'm telling you, some of you are really on a whole new journey, whole new chapter of your life. Tell me more about this here for the Piscean Collective. One more shuffle. Thank you. The High Priestess. That's you. The Tower. There's that life change, Scorpionic, and I was going to say industry. Maybe some of you are changing career paths. You're changing your industry. Anyway, there's a change. There's a transformation. An Empress. Holy but Jesus. Bottom of the deck. Knight of Wands, 10 of Cups, and Queen of Pentacles. Well, look at you just galloping right towards that 10 of Pentacles. I would use this time to contemplate, what do you want the next chapter to look like? Because it's changing. I'm not invoking fear in you. You already know if this change. If nothing is changing in your life, it's just not your reading. Check another placement. But I've tapped into a group of you where you You're radically changing something, relocating, like I said, changing jobs, industries, maybe re-entering the workforce, leaving a connection, entering a connection. Something big here is happening. Don't be afraid of the change. Embrace it. It's going to empower you to create your best life yet. Tell me about the High Priestess energy here. One more shuffle. Thank you. High Priestess is clarified by Page of Cups, the Magician, and the Hierophant. Oh my God, figure out what it is that you want and ask for it. Literally ask for it and it comes to you. I'm trying to figure out why you're afraid of the new beginning, because most of you have participated in some way to make whatever's changing or ending here. Like you asked for the divorce, or you know what I mean, or you put your house up for sale, or like whatever this is. And yet you're afraid of the next chapter, even though you somehow played a role in this new chapter being created. Ask and you shall receive. Like notice in the Magician, this is manifesting, this is asking. Remember I said make a decision, figure out what you want and ask. And then I know it's kind of like a pope in this picture, but it's almost like you ask, you pray, and then it comes to you. I would ask for the help. What do you need? You need a lawyer, you need a realtor, you need an employer, you need a landlord, you need, I don't know, an accountant. What do you need? You need a really good friend, you need a trusted advisor. Do you need a mentor? Tell me about the Tower. What is shifting and changing? I would figure out what you need, who you need, and I would ask for it. What is the Tower? Your new beginning, the Fool card. The Five of Cups. Seven of Pentacles, but it came out in the reverse. So what is changing? You've stopped investing, or you will be. Again, you would know this already, so I'm not trying to scare you. Your new beginning comes because you chose, okay, if it's your reading, you chose to no longer invest pentacle resources, time, love, money, energy, talent into something that was emotionally depleting you. Something that didn't make you happy, something that was not the Ten of Cups. It could have been, but it ended up not being. And you are either facilitating this ending or you're going along with it because you know that it's in your best interest. So the Tower was something that was unsustainable moving forward in your life. And does it come with some sadness? It does. It does for some of you. But again, you chose to no longer invest in whomever or whatever this is because it was no longer happy or joyful, or it was no longer producing the results that it once did or what you thought it could produce. So tell me about the Empress, this new life. New life, new chapter. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Empress, the Wheel of Fortune, divine timing at play, the Moon, and the Five of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Two of Pentacles. These are the fears, the doubts, the insecurities. You're on a precipice of a new beginning. I hate to repeat myself, but I'm channeling the message and I'm trying to put it together in a cohesive way so I can understand the message, so then I know the next question to ask for you. So situation, environment, or connection was not emotionally pleasing for whatever reason. You chose to no longer invest. You are part of the change that is happening, meaning you initiated it or you're part of it playing out. You're part of dismantling whatever this is here in your life. You're now on the precipice of birthing something entirely new. And you have a lot of emotional conflict or discord or fears or doubts or anxieties about the new beginning. Tell me more about this here for Pisces. We're still in the energy of the full moon in Leo, even though it was on the 1st. That was a very powerful full moon. It's going to be with us for a while. I would release this. I'll put in the description box where I pin the timestamps for the reading. I'll also put the link for, and it's free. It's a full moon ritual. I would do a full moon ritual, and I would release the negativity, the resentment, the fears, the doubts. I would just give it to God. It's no longer serving you. And all it's going to do is prohibit you from moving forward and prohibit you from making this manifestation a reality. So don't carry any fear for the new, and also don't carry any resentment for what's leaving you in your life. It's neither a part of your next chapter. Don't let them affect your decision making. Anything else we need to know here? One more shuffle. Thank you. 10 of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the 4 of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, Ace of Wands. The stability you seek, whether it's financial or emotional, is literally out there waiting for you. Have no fear. Yeah. Have no fear. Don't be afraid of what happens when this ends. No. Just figure out what it is that you want and then call it in. Literally call it in. So, first 2 weeks in February, release the negativity. That full moon ritual will help you to do that. The doubts, the fears, the anxieties, give it to God. Make a decision. What do you want the next chapter to look like? And what do you need to make that a reality? Or who do you need to make it a reality? And call it in. Ask for it. Your angels are looking at you right now. They're waiting for you to ask them for help. Ask them for help. I'm going to pulled 2 different sets of advice here for you. First, I want advice on the Tower. Advice on how Pisces, in the course of the next 2 weeks, how can they deal with this Tower? How can they manage? Because it's like part of you is relieved that whatever this is ending, and part of you is like scared shitless, if I can be honest with you, that it's ending. Because it's like, but that's all I've ever known, as crappy as it was. So it's a little fear, a little here being afraid of the unknown. So your advice here, oh my God, your advice, the 9 of Swords, quiet your mind. The Sun, quiet your mind, heal your mind. Everything's going to be okay. You're going to come through this ending. There's Scorpio energy, and the Tower is Scorpio energy. You're going to be just fine. You're going to make it through this. So I ask for advice. How do you deal with this? Quiet your mind, heal your mind. Be grateful that you're being given this new beginning. Don't look at it as an ending. Look at it as a new beginning where you now get to create the life that you want. Where you're sitting right now in the Tower in pre-Empress energy, whether you're masculine or feminine. As soon as this is over, you go into Empress or Emperor energy again. I don't read body parts. So this transformation, this ending, and this new beginning, it's almost like it had to happen. I know people hate hearing tarot readers say that, but it had to happen. You would have never been capable of living your best life with whomever or whatever this is. See it from another perspective. It's not an ending. It's a new beginning. Okay, so that's how you can deal with the Tower over the next 2 weeks. Quiet the mind. Focus on gratitude. Think about your future, how wonderful it's going to be. Think about the financial and emotional stability that is headed your way as a result of you leaving whomever or whatever this is. Okay, I'm glad I got those cards for you. Let's get you now just 3 cards of general advice here. Okay, general advice for the next 2 weeks, or for the first 2 weeks of February for the Piscean collective. One more shuffle here. Thank you. General advice. King of Swords, which you had. Didn't you have the King of Swords here? I thought you did. Maybe it was one of the other signs that I read for. Okay, anyway, King of Swords, oh my God, 9 of Cups, 2 cards came out here. You can't make this. The 3 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. Your general advice, this is a blessing. It might not feel like that in the moment. This is a blessing. Okay, so think clearly about what you want your 9 cups to be. What does happiness look like to you? Because you're going to be able to create it. And the people you want are coming in. So I would say, for the next 2 weeks, in terms of advice, I would think big. I would ask for help. Get creative if you can. Some creative outlet, writing, journaling. Learn a musical instrument. Do something you've never done before, because now you're able to do it. I don't know. Some of you wanted, I don't know, I feel like some of you were in a situation, environment, or connection that was very restrictive. So have fun. Take yourself out to the movies if you can afford it. If not, watch something at home. Do something nice for yourself. Practice gratitude. Stick with the truth that whatever it was here that's leaving your life could have never possibly have become what you needed, and that you deserve so much more. And stay focused on the goal here. And your goal here is long-term financial as well as emotional abundance. Don't be afraid of the new beginning. If anything, embrace it. That is what I have for you, Pisces. Those are your messages for the first 2 weeks of February. I'm going to love reading for you as the year, as we get further out in the year. And I think 2027 is going to be absolutely wild for the Piscean collective, because I think you're all moving in new directions as a result of this Tower. And if you're a Pisces watching and you're like, I'm contemplating triggering the Tower, but I'm not so sure, this is everything you have to look forward to. A brand new beginning where you get to create the life you want. So take the messages how they resonate to you. But if you like these messages and you found them to be helpful or hopeful, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. Don't forget to check out the description box to get some information on how you can become a time traveler. I do release 48 exclusive readings for members of the Time Travelers program. So if you're able to join us over there, fantastic. If you just want to try it out for a month, you can do that too. And then if you decide to stay, you're welcome to stay. If you need to leave because the messages don't align to you, that's okay. You're welcome to do that as well. If you can't afford it or it's just something that you don't want to do at this time, trust the source already knew that and that you received all of the messages that you need to receive and that you will continue to receive the messages that you need to receive in the 36 free readings that I provide every week for all 12 zodiac signs. So that is what I have for you, Pisces. Dream big, okay? Don't be afraid of the new beginning and ask source for help. This new chapter is going to be absolutely amazing, okay? Trust that and trust yourself. That is what I have for you, my dear. Until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.